even saying shit about it. That's just funny.
I should be offended, but
you're slurring your words.
And
We're live.
We're live.
Bingo. We're in.
It's funny too because I ate a lot of food and I actually didn't even drink a whole lot. I had a little bit of Irish cream and a bottle of rosé throughout the course of 3 hours, but my tolerance is just ass. Evidently,
it's funny.
But I did make myself a stiff cocktail because I didn't get this is my list of things to do today, and and one of them is the show. And I got 2 things done, and one was working on Wonka, and the other was the show. So like, I have 3 or 4 things on here, including working out, and I really desperately need to get groceries. So I have plenty of alcohol, though. That's there is that.
I'm almost out of beer, so emergency.
What?
That's an emergency.
No. I was telling Carrie this. I'm like, at what point on your grocery list is there enough items that justifies I need to go? And right for now, like I've got some essential things I'm completely out of, including salads and eggs. So that's kind of like, I need to, and sardines, but no one cares about sardines.
And then Carrie should go buy a chicken, then she doesn't have to worry about finding eggs.
I know. Apparently it's a laying hen.
Yeah. Just keep it like out in the backyard or something.
I know.
Eat
My
dogs corn.
Yeah.
And Carrie doesn't have to worry about getting eggs ever again.
And there's people in my neighborhood, but they seem to all be sold out. Like they're on Nextdoor, and they're talking about like in the beginning of this, they were like, "Oh, hey, I have eggs," and now nobody's advertising.
No one's got eggs,
and everybody's messaging like, "Put me on your waiting list."
Who's got eggs?
Yeah, what the fuck? Stop with eating all the eggs, people. I don't understand why they're hoarding
hoard eggs.
You cannot hoard eggs. It's like how many boiled eggs are hanging out? Like what's going on? Yeah. I don't understand.
Like you can freeze eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Unless you're having a baby.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, welcome whoever's here for the Arcade Hangout bonus Saturday show. I don't know if it's all the time, but I guess all of us don't have much going on being stuck at home. And our siblings are sick of looking at us.
Yeah.
Don't you got another show to do?
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
To not be here.
Get out of here. Go play your pinballs or whatever. Don't do it here. And no, I don't want to watch another show with lasers and explosions. I'll watch that when I go to bed.
Go to your garage.
Go to your man cave, you.
Ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, my wife didn't say that. I just said that could happen. That might happen to some of us. I gotta open up the IRC thing. Let's see. Is anybody in there tonight?
There's a few of the boys and girls in there.
Kind of the usual suspects.
Usual peeps.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hi, everybody.
But we do have a VIP with us that hasn't been on in quite some time.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see everybody again.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, so for people that don't know, this is Steve, aka Idaho Farmer, who hosts the wonderful Grinkers party in Idaho. Don't say Boise, Idaho, right?
Eagle,
Idaho. That's right.
Boise, essentially Boise.
They land in Boise. But yeah, so he hasn't been on our show in a while. So welcome, Steve, for coming on again. Nice to have you back.
I get the email every single week. Thank you, 34K. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah, and it is good to be back. And I missed you guys. I said in the pre-show, I don't think I've spoken to any of you guys since Grinkfest. So that puts it at almost 6 months. So
Yeah, yeah.
Been too long. I apologize for that, and it's good to see everybody again.
Can I ask any what kind of new games have you gotten in there since that you're enjoying or people seem to be enjoying?
Gosh. Well, right now we're closed. But before we closed, I don't remember, was Steeplechase on the floor last Springfest?
Steeplechase.
It's a 6-player.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
What's I'm not
Steeplechase
familiar with that.
dope.
So six players. What is it?
It's
what
black
era?
and white. It's a black and white horse racing game, and so you just have a single button, and so the game starts, and you have 6 horses. Everybody has a color, and like these steeples just kind of fly by you, and you gotta press the button to jump.
So just like the 2600 game.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, interesting.
Seems like this could be a dollar, like the Warlords game. You could potentially do that.
Totally. Yeah, that'd be a perfect game for that.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I'm gonna have to look that one up right now. I don't
Just
remember that one
just
at all.
Googling it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it in the arcade, but I definitely remember the same cartridge for the 2600.
Hey, Dave, I've been meaning to ask you, did you get your poker game in before everything got crazy? That's in January. It's January, right?
Yeah, Leo was there. Who's Grenkfest? We had Leo, we had Adam from Toronto, Scott Bardelli, myself. Those were the arcade.
Cousin Brian was there too. He's been to Grenkfest.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. He was there. Cousin Brian was there. Yeah, it was fun as shit. It's
Donnie? No, Donnie wasn't there. Never mind. Sorry.
Donnie.
No, he wasn't there. Sorry, you were going to tell a funny
Oh
story.
no, Donnie was there last year. You know what? He didn't come because he plows snow in the winter in Rochester. Had a lot of snow.
That's right.
He's like, I can't do it. I got too many contracts. But yeah, the poker thing was good. It's funny. As we're speaking, I'm also playing poker at WPT. I mean, it's free, but I'm having a ball doing it. And then you can also set. Oh, I got to talk to Leo.
Right.
Leo, did you? Because Leo did a thing set up with his buddies where you can just have a private table with your friends, and you did this on Thursday, right, Leo?
Yeah, so we did that on Thursday and Friday. We've done 7 games so far in the past couple of days, and
it's fun.
Yeah, we've had 7 to 10 people there, and it's just like your own little personal table. And then we just have an agreement that it's $25 a person, and then you just kind of Venmo the people around there.
Now, can you chat it when you're playing? This is Poker Stars. You did like the
So can you
Can you chat? Can you type stuff?
Yeah,
because I'm doing on WPT, all they have is fucking emojis, so it's either a happy or smack.
You can chat, but we also set up a Zoom call. That's why I reached out. Yeah, that's why. Nice. But a friend of mine had we used a friend of mine's Zoom that has it as well too. So.
Did it work out good?
Oh yeah, worked out great. Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see everyone too, and everyone's just so freaking bored. They're like, yeah, let's just play, and it's like, well, let's play another game, and then let's play another game, and then.
So you were supposed to be Thursday, and you had how many? You said 7.
6 or 7, I believe. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, are you having one banker like you talked about, like Venmo, one guy?
So the first night we had one banker. Now we're just going to keep tabs for the month and then pay at the end of the month. So we're just
because you guys are doing so many.
Yeah, we plan on making it a weekly game. If you're,
nice.
Yeah,
I'm in. Can I get in?
Or I want to get in too. If there's space.
Sure. All right.
Because I was gonna my brother-in-law's dying, and I just talked to Bardelli today. He's like, dude, I'd be fucking into that. I go, maybe we'll just. Well, because Leo, you were the Neil Armstrong. I go, I want to hear how it went.
I'm the Neil Armstrong?
Or who? I'm sorry. Who's the guy who stepped on the moon?
Yeah,
Neil Armstrong. That's right.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay,
got
it.
Okay.
I thought I was
thinking the trumpeter for some reason. I don't know why that popped in my mind, but that was Louis Armstrong. Fuck it. All right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. My bad.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I like you.
I was trying to sing Louis Armstrong. Well, he said Louis Armstrong.
And the show's off the rails.
Yeah.
And we've hit a new low.
This early?
That only took 2.34 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's really good. And you can
we figure out some kind of Leo's but Leo, it's just one table, right? So it's
well, you can do more. So yeah, but you can do more. You can do, yes. Yeah. Ooh. And you can set the blinds. So we were doing 10-minute blinds, and then we started doing, I'm sure this is lovely for all the arcade people, but we did 5-minute blinds towards the end there, and we thought that was the better game because towards the end there,
it took forever.
Yeah, because you have like 20. You start 20,000 chips, and you get down to 2 people. They got like 8. They got a lot of chips in their pot. So
All right, so I'll give you another week. Or no, I want to do it now. Let's do it right now. I'm just kidding.
I'm always down for doing it with you, Dave. I've made that clear many times.
Stop it.
You heard it here.
And the best thing too in PokerStars, so you play for chips, but they give you every 4 hours if you have a button where you get 15,000 chips, so you can just keep doing that. That way you don't have to go and buy chips from them too. So it's pretty nice. It's been very fun.
Nice.
Stop it, please! For God's sake, please stop it.
I was waiting.
I
Dave,
know.
why don't we
I realized
talk
I hit it,
offline?
and then I realized I was muted. I'm like, fuck, I missed it.
Dave, why don't we talk offline? And
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
In the IRC chat, I posted a link to that Steeple game, whatever the arcade version that Steve has.
Ah,
So it's sort of
Steeplechase.
like it reminds me of like track and field jumping the hurdle things. Except you don't have to hit your button, I guess, right? You just hit it to jump. See, Steve said it was just one button.
Yeah.
But what's hard is it gets closer and closer to the right of the screen, so you get less time to judge jumping over the little things. If you look at the video, I can put it in chat if Carrie wants to see it.
oh no, I'm looking. I have it on.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up on. Yeah.
Carrie, is it a
It's
brand
not-
new laptop?
It's not playing. So I'm using a new used laptop.
Okay.
New old stock.
I have a new
Refurbished.
New,
A refurb. Yes, I have
there
a
you go.
refurb, and I think the camera probably is not as sharp as my work laptop. So I
But
will.
you look blurry. I think maybe you have fingerprint on the camera.
No, I mean, only if it's on the internal. I used Windex.
Oh,
I
you
cleaned
did?
it out. I cleaned it yesterday. I cleaned it earlier, and then
All the
used some Windex.
Vaseline's off
So
it.
I used Windex. Like it's,
Oh, okay.
it's just, I think
Now,
that
Vaseline is not something.
yeah. So no, I
Cleaning
think
your
it's
camera
just.
with Vaseline.
No, she wiped the
I want-
Vaseline off the lens.
Yeah. I wanted to have that softer look. Now that
Digital
So maybe
smoothing.
I'll use my work
Yeah.
laptop when I can for the show. Now that I know, because I can see me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I look.
You could have both laptops going, like one with the Chad and one with.
Well, actually,
with
I
us.
do
Been
have
there, done
my.
that.
I do have the I do the IRC on my other computer, so I can
Wow.
actually look at it. But for whatever reason, I actually can't get that steeplechase. It's interesting. That's a 1975 game.
It's old, yeah. They probably use colored strips for like.
Is there just one button?
Steve said it was black and white, so yeah.
Yeah, I love it when they do that. Like
Yeah.
Space Invaders will do that sometimes. Funny.
Good
Uh,
push.
Very nice.
Or like playing Stunt Cycle where they just have the stickers on the.
Yeah, I love the tubes.
Yeah.
Was there
It's
just
so
one-
cheesy, but
weird.
still kind of fun. I don't know.
No, it's a cool game.
Yeah,
Was there just one button for steeplechase? Is that what the
That's what he was
yeah,
saying.
a jump button. And
And
everybody,
Oh,
it's
just a
6
jump.
people
And-
at
and
once.
nothing else.
So, yeah, so you could put dollar
button?
bets on that. That might be fun.
I wonder
6
how
people
long
could
it
play.
is.
It's 3 minutes almost. It's
Mm.
pretty crazy because it takes a long time for the horse to get all the way to the right.
So, and I noticed that like earlier, I was just sort of had this running in the background that like one of the horses is well ahead of the others, and I know that like if you run into one of the jumps, that like it deforms your horse,
Yeah,
and it
So-
makes you go slower. But like
yeah.
it seemed like the top and the bottom one, the yellow one and the white one, were both nailing all of them, but the yellow one was still well ahead.
Well, I think one of them is the guy playing. The other two are computer. He's
Yeah,
not.
no, I
playing
just
with
wonder if
people.
if you both nail it, if like you hit every jump,
Oh,
you
yeah.
end at exactly the same time,
Oh, yeah, that's a good. Would it be a tie? There's
or
never
is
a tie.
there
in-
something? Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
What other factor besides the jump, or when you maybe it's the timing of the jump?
Yeah. Hmm.
When Steve comes back, we'll have to ask him questions.
Yeah, we got to see
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I want to see 6 people play this at once with dollar bets. That might be fun.
So
Any-
Dave Loeb,
anybody
Dave
can
Loeb
play
says,
Yeah.
Dave Loeb says Carrie's not blurry, she's just drunk.
Yeah.
Ooh, we,
I
we,
am not yet. I am going to get.
Or
a drink,
we're
though.
drunk and that's how
Yeah,
we're seen.
that's more like it. Yeah.
or we could do
Good
it as a
call.
Nat game where we actually have 12 people playing at the same time.
Oh my God! Yelling like jump, jump, jump.
3 minutes, man. People are gonna lose interest. I might
Yeah.
win just because I'm gonna.
Persistence.
Yeah, well, no, I'll lose interest.
Persistence is futile.
It's kind of sad to see when the horse doesn't jump over the little jump,
crumbles.
and it's like, it crumples like it's broken its neck. It's horrible.
Yeah. So
Not by choice, Dave, just because I'm lazy. Yeah. I do shave, just the neck.
So anyway, C's back.
Although
So,
I
yeah,
hear
it's
that
fine.
you're supposed to shave for better adhesion if you're wearing a face mask.
That's right.
Right. And our
So-
governors said that, made a strong recommendation that everyone wear a face mask.
Yep. I think we should.
I was just telling Carrie that I just realized, I was like, well, I don't have a face mask. I'm like, wait a second. I mean, I don't have a fancy one, but I've got plenty that I use for sanding and painting. So
There you go.
Just the little cotton ones.
Yeah.
I mean, they're saying like they're telling us to basically go buy go make your own. They're giving like instructions on like basically making them out of like cut up
paper
t-shirts
towels and stuff
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just to protect everyone else, not necessarily
Right, exactly.
You. Yeah.
Yeah, but if everybody's doing it, then that will help breathing on things. And then you touch it and you rub your eye or whatever. And
they say that the mask is also there to help remind you not to touch your face. So it's like,
that makes sense.
From wanting to do that.
Yep. I got a real comfortable kind of elasticy one fabric.
Did you see like those Walmart ones where people have like the plastic bag over their head?
Oh God, people that do that, I can't believe they do that. Plastic bag over their head.
What the fuck?
Stupid.
So great.
God,
well, I know, but that's a perfect Darwin Award, though.
Oh,
like,
totally. That's like textbook.
Call the dumb people who want to put plastic on their heads.
So
children.
I did, and I don't. Maybe it was in the first part of your video, Mock. But I just pulled up a German video of steeplechase where you can see the cabinet. That's cool looking.
I want to see that. Okay, where's that?
Yeah, put it in the IRC, please.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll put it in the IRC.
Cool.
Yay.
Or well, maybe. I think I tried putting something in the IRC once and I couldn't do it. Oh, there we go.
It should work.
Yeah,
drop it in
nice.
URLs.
Yeah.
I thought that was Gak's son for a second there, and like the
that is cool.
Yeah, isn't that that's a cool looking game, because we were wondering
75.
Idaho Farmer about how 6 people would crowd around that and be able to play.
Well,
Although
it
I guess
sucks.
How about
let's stand sideways and lean in kind of thing?
Are there any ties? Is there people tie on this game or not? No.
So what dictates the speed? I mean, obviously hitting the thing will slow you down, but like if 2 people nail every jump perfectly, do they end at exactly the same time?
I guess they would have to, but that never happens. I think the game might cheat a little bit or something, because I've never seen that.
It might pick a winner, just whoever was better at it, maybe.
Whoever
it does look fun
softer.
though.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I want to play it.
That would be a fun one. Well, you could have a beer in one hand, pushing the buttons with another.
Yeah.
There's a clobber that 3D printed the buttons for us. So the buttons are made out of some type of weird, like, what do they call it? Bakelite plastic, or there's some.
Yeah.
Bakelite?
Yeah.
Bakelite, yeah. But somebody said they're not Bakelite, but they behave like Bakelite because they just like disintegrate.
Yeah,
they
they
just fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so there's a clobber. I wish I remember his name right now, but he 3D printed them for us in color. And
wow,
perfect.
That's rad.
It's amazing. Yeah, the button itself and the mechanism that holds the button, the whole thing. And so, which is fantastic, because the buttons on that game are like, there's no way. There's 6. You need 6 setups, and they, 4 out of the 6 disintegrated. And then you're like, fuck, I can't get buttons. And so, thank God for 3D printers for sure.
Did you get 12? Did you get 12 of them?
Yeah, we got
20.
12, 6, 12, 18. We got 18 of them.
Perfect.
Nice.
We got 2 sets of colors, and then 1 set of white. So we weren't sure if the colors were going to turn out correctly. So we did a set of like white, thinking that if the colored ones didn't turn out well, we could put like little colored gel inserts in the white ones to make them colored. But that wasn't necessary, because the colored ones that we got were like amazing.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Where did you find the game?
I think that's one of the games that somebody contacted us and said, "Hey, do you want this game?" So I don't think I found it. I think it was like somebody brought it to our attention. The seller
that's awesome.
contacted us.
Yeah.
Again, I can't remember who. I wish I could, but yeah, I think it came to us that way.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, the German video at this point, like I'm like 3 minutes into it, and they've got like a big group of people around it. There's definitely no social distancing going on there.
It's
They're
not
like-
COVID friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be on an end cap. You got to put it. There's no way you can put it in the middle of a row.
Yeah.
It has to be on the end.
Yeah, they're having a tough time. Just those
Goodbye,
kids.
super off road.
Yeah, getting in there.
Or super sprint, or yeah.
Yeah, because it's not
I'll be right
terribly
back.
wide. So you
All
are.
right.
Hey, it's Gak.
Gak playing.
Macaroni.
Can you guys hear me?
Gak
Yep.
in the
We can hear you.
house.
Hey, you figuring out that focus yet?
No, probably not. Obviously.
I do like the glow of the text.
What game you
it's
playing,
very-
Gak?
I mean, aside from
I'm gonna just be playing some BitKit here in a moment.
Okay.
So
That's on
yeah, I'm
autofocus.
gonna mute myself because I gotta mess around here for a minute. Bear with me.
I mean, there's tons of bloom, obviously, on the text and stuff like that, but there's
Yeah.
no roll or anything like that on it. I mean,
Yeah.
the picture looks sharp from that perspective.
Yeah, but it's on autofocus.
Maybe if you
Yeah.
like
camera-
it'll
I'm gonna
change.
mess with that. Give me a minute here.
Do it before you join Zoom. So get those
Oh,
settings.
okay.
Go into Logic Capture, adjust the focus and everything. That then open Zoom, and it'll be.
I tried that with YouTube, but it didn't. It just overrode it. But I'll try it with this.
should- okay.
I'll log out. I'll back in a minute here.
Okay. All right. There's another app too that he can use. Anyways, I wish I could just jump through the screen and be like, here.
Game viewer.
Actually, yeah, I could remote in if he has use like any desk or something.
Oh, I like the colored buttons on. I got to that part in the video. for
Actually,
Chase.
Zoom will let you do it too. So Zoom actually
shit.
has a screen share thing where you can take over.
The problem is though, is that since I would be using, he would have to have his webcam off.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So it'd be tricky. Yeah.
Just saying, Zoom can do it too.
Shut up. No. Yeah. Okay.
You shut up.
All right. No, you shut up.
No, you
Now,
shut up.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
if only
the-
you're a
Jim could
duty
remote
ad.
into our arcades and tune all the monitors precisely.
You shut up, Infinity.
yeah,
I'm not. You are. Yeah.
yeah, it is cool to see the different color buttons. I
Uh-huh.
didn't quite
Mhm.
understand when Steve was talking about the colors, and I was like,
For
color.
one for each
Yeah, but-
horsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the purple horse gets a purple button
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I want to
awesome.
play. It looks like
Yeah.
fun with a group of friends.
Mhm.
And we all put down $1. That's $6, not $4.
know,
You'll
yeah,
win.
some-
Yeah,
Well,
That'd be
five, but yeah,
fun
just
if
big
we can,
five.
if we can get 6 people playing it
right.
that don't have COVID
Yeah.
And then are drinking.
and are
Yeah,
drinking.
yeah.
Yes.
Those
Yeah.
Cheaters.
Not sober
people.
people. That's cheating.
Yeah,
Talk about you, Orange Whip.
yeah.
Sober people should play sober
Yeah.
people.
And
Right.
and Necros.
Necros and Orange Whip can play against each other.
Yep.
The sober bracket.
Yeah.
It's sober bracket.
Boring
versus
bracket.
the immovable object. Yeah.
Silver bracket.
Boring.
And we're at the finals because there's only 2 people. So here we go.
Sober, boring bracket. Oh, it's funny. I'm not allowed on play on that one.
Oh, they show the names of
Oh, I
the.
think you can no that's like the upper bracket, right? So you can play there, but you're at a disadvantage. They just can't play with the drinking people.
Oh,
okay.
I see.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can throw down with the sobers if you want to, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'll probably get my ass kicked.
What about if you get knocked out of the drunk bracket? You can jump into the sober bracket?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
If
that
you're,
makes
if you're
sense.
feeling brave, yeah. But the
Absolutely.
sober guys can't play with the drunk guys.
Right. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I like the
Fucking
names of the
rules.
horses on this. By the way, the end is just it shows you like there's Crazy Arnold, Golden Boys, Max Nag, Ash can.
Is that custom? I'm assuming no, but
Probably not.
I would think.
yeah.
It
Sorry, I
looks
don't know why I
this looks,
thought that, but yeah.
yeah, it looks like this is this is an original. Yeah.
Oh, look, boob and ass are winning. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Right. That would totally be. Yeah. But it's kind of fun because you could pick,
Boob and
it would pick your number based on the name. You could be like, oh, I want to be Beetlebomb. Yeah. But yeah, no, you're right. Boob and ass would be, if they could actually customize it. Oh yeah. I ordered my my FPGA Cinematronics game. It's shipped today. I got the email. I got the magic email saying that my number was up. And
nice.
And be there in 8 to 10 business months.
Oh man.
No, USPS is moving and they're hauling ass. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
My my Cinematronics game is not working yet because I don't have my power supply back yet. But I can put it in my Asteroids Deluxe. So I actually don't have to wait for Cinematron for the ripoff to.
You got Asteroids?
Yeah,
Yeah, as a matter of fact, she does have asteroids.
as a matter of fact, I do. They're deluxe.
Oh my god! Did anybody click on the image that Eric posted in our chat in our IRC chat? That's pretty funny.
Oh. Oh, that is funny.
Dave will
read the text at the bottom.
Yeah.
Dave will.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
He might not be able to make him a sandwich, but he sure as hell can fill his needs.
Oh,
it's all like all caps.
Giant chrome hand dicks.
That was hilarious.
That is.
Bravo. That's the kind of shit I want to
Eric.
see in IRC.
Yeah.
I don't want to see people taking shits on people's chests. That's not funny.
Oh, boners. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Was that
I
the
want to
Germany
see
video? I mean,
clever,
come on now.
funny stuff.
Oh, geez, that was good.
Yeah. It looked like a children's book almost.
Yeah. Oh.
Did you see that on Facebook? I posted like all the memes I've collected so far for.
Yes, that
Saw
was
a
a
few
good
of
one.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the children's book with the dinosaurs. And the one dinosaur is yelling at T-Rex, going, "Cover your mouth when you cough." He goes, "Oh, I can't, you fucker." He's got his little arms. He can't do nothing. Can't do nothing with.
I want those shish kebabs though. Those look really freaking good.
Oh, they came out awesome. Yeah, I'll send you the recipe if you want. It's pretty easy, but it's came out so good. Greek kebabs. We also kebab like
lamb?
onions, tomatoes, peppers, and all this other stuff.
Was that lamb meat or chicken or?
That was actually it's chicken, but marinated overnight in a Greek marinade that I make. That is just freaking. We discovered on like Patty is like part of Pinterest and shit, and she finds all these recipes, throws them my way sometimes. Goes, "Here, make that." Okay. Let's see if this is any good.
Yeah.
God, this is like probably the 5th time I've made it. Oh, it comes out.
Well,
so
now's the
awesome.
time to kind of experiment. See, like, well, let's give this a try.
Yeah, I mean, you're cooking at home more, so you can like start making things. And
I'll send you I'll trade you. You give me that recipe, I'll give you my recipe for butter chicken. Fair warning.
No butter.
Tomorrow,
So
the next morning's going to hurt.
I don't know if I want to be eating butter chicken.
With a side of sweatis.
There's a
That still makes me laugh. Was that Gak that came up with that? Yeah.
Is butter chicken like fried chicken, but you fry it in butter or something? Oh my god!
No, it's India food.
Oh,
like the butter chicken that most people get from like a local store or shop. They've toned down the heat.
Thanks, Jimbo.
I don't know what butter chicken is.
I've never heard of butter chicken.
Yeah,
really? I've heard of butter face, but not butter chicken. Yes.
But
butter face.
They're like a buttermilk fried chicken.
I've had that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
same thing.
God, here we go.
Is it like chicken fried steak. About
Is it crispy?
Chicken fried steak.
Did you guys see Ali Wong's first Netflix special where she talks about Pinterest?
No.
Oh,
How
I
new
like
is
her
it?
too. She's
I
pretty.
do
I like
too.
her. She's
Yeah, no, it's a couple years old.
I've
It
seen
was the
2 of
one-
her specials. Is this when she's not pregnant?
Yeah, no, this is the first one.
Okay.
She was
It's
super
the
pregnant.
second one, but not the first one.
Is she
Okay.
wearing a leopard outfit?
She's doing the leopards. Yeah, there was a leopard one.
Okay.
But yeah, she said something about like if you
I forgot it.
find a guy who's interested in Pinterest, he's probably Pinterested in men.
Oh. Not that there's
Something
anything
like
wrong with that, people.
No, I'm
Exactly.
not judging.
Uh-huh.
We're just making observations here.
Hey,
Let's
we
be
just talked
clear
about
about
dildo
Megan.
hands. Trust me. No judgments here.
No. It just Mott clarified that it was Patty who was into Pinterest.
Yes, she's very into. I think what's weird about Pinterest, because she tried to show it to me. I was playing around with it. It's just like pinning websites that are all over the place. It's not like Facebook where it's all gathered at Facebook. It's gathered out there, so
Well,
it gets
it's
you lost sometimes. Yeah, it's just a single image from a website somewhere.
Yeah.
So if you click on that image to see where that came from, it could be part of an article. It could be part of a how-to. It could be part of a this is lame. Who knows? It'd be anything. So it's really strange. Yeah,
I find their app actually really frustrating to use.
Me too. I'm lost all the time.
Yeah.
Like, where am I at? Where am I doing? Where am I at?
And you can't necessarily always zoom in on pictures. It's like, oh, here's a thumbnail. I'm looking at it. Great. Now I want to. Oh, there's a detail there in the corner. I want to zoom in. It's like
I can't. You got to click on it. You got to click on it to see it, and then sometimes that doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah. It smells. It's
Damn straight.
Anyway, that's where we got the recipe, but it's good. Yeah, tasty stuff.
So that's not the recipe I use, but in our Zoom chat, that's what butter chicken is. It's heavily on the curry side, we'll say.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's not the one I use. That was just a Google search. So that one's on a piece of paper that I got right from a guy just on the road here that makes it traditional and.
Oh, it's like a saucy thing. Okay.
And spicy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've seen butter chicken, but I'm not a fan of Indian curry. I love Thai curry, but can't stand Indian curry. So
yeah, I'm not usually into Indian
racist
Indian
food. Fenugreek, I think, is maybe
back.
I'm trying to figure out what the ingredient. There's something in some Indian food that I strongly dislike, but not all Indian food has it. So it's like a crapshoot. Usually the yellow curries I dislike strongly, and
that's tamarind spice.
I've had tamarind. That's fine. Like so it's not tamarind. But my daughter's guess is that it's fenugreek, which is in a lot of curries, and it's not. But it's definitely I have it most often. I've learned like anything that's a yellow curry, I'm not gonna like, but it's in other things than just that too. And it's like hit or miss whether or not. I never know quite what to order. Usually like a sag paneer or something like that is safe, and I love that. But anything that's got like a lot of curry, a lot of the Indian curry, but Thai curry, oh my God, I just adore it. Well, I'd like to
He worships it.
But I do. Absolutely.
All hail Thai
curry
curry.
gods.
Yeah, all hail. Yeah. Oh, the red. Oh, the green. Keep the yellow.
Oh, the pain in the moment.
Yeah, it's actually a new Thai place that opened up just around the corner that I'm desperate to go, check out. But like with all the stuff that's been going on, it's like,
Yeah. Now you
talk about a bad time to open a new business, though, too. Jeez,
it is.
they must
No,
be.
yeah. So there's a new Nepalese place. So speaking of Indian food, but like Nepalese place that just opened up, and it's like a family owned. It's like dad's in the kitchen, mom's seating you.
Mm-hmm.
Kids running around kind of thing in the restaurant, and they're struggling. It's really hard watching them.
Yeah,
and they're in really kind of an awkward place too. Like it's hard to see that it's even a restaurant, like where it's located. But so the Thai place, they just opened up, and the part of the problem is that we only had like one good Thai place in this side of town. But Wendy and I ate there, and then had some GI issues the next day.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
And
Yep.
then it was like I was like, all right, well, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then but the flavors are amazing. It's like the flavors, like they nail it.
Yeah.
They do it super spicy. It's like it's super good. And then it's like, all right, give them another chance. Go back there. GI issues again.
Oh.
And then it was that second time. It's like we realized, oh, maybe the restaurant's not so good. And it'd been a couple months. Then we went back one more time. Same thing. It's like,
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah.
that'll
Good
be-
night, sweetheart.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
kosher with this place. Like both of
Yeah.
us have it, and I don't typically have problems with foods, but man. So
Yeah,
I'm excited to have a new Thai place.
Yeah. Let's hope that they survive.
Yeah.
This is definitely tough.
Why do
I've
they
been-
call them TIE fighters? I thought that Thai. Have you seen the Family Guy when Star Wars? Yeah. Why do they call them TIE fighters?
Is that right? Well, I don't remember that.
It's a twin ion engine. I actually have a TIE fighter that I just added to the garage right there.
Oh yeah.
And actually there's an X-wing, but it's really hard to see that's right next to it.
No.
Yeah, it's
What
right
type-
there.
And
Oh,
you can see
yeah,
the you
you
can see
saw
the
that.
ball of it. You can see the ball. You
Yeah.
can't see the
good finger
Are they
work.
models or
wings.
what are
Didn't
they?
notice that the first time.
No,
around.
they're
Yeah, that's good.
so Kenner's doing the vintage collection
Of the old toys?
of the old toys, and so
Okay.
but these are big though. Like it's again,
They are. They're
I
like
almost have to go grab them, but they're
they're
hanging.
this
by the-
high. I had them when I was a kid.
Well, no, they're bigger than the original toys from Kenner.
What? Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're not the original ones. They've definitely updated them. Like, let me see if I can find a
Do,
link.
do the wings pop off and you squeeze little button
Yep,
things?
they've got the buttons on top, but also like the pilot, which the TIE fighter actually comes with a pilot, which is pretty awesome.
That's cool. Mine
Super
didn't.
detailed. It's still that same original scale, that 2 1/4 scale, something like that. Is that the
Mhm.
extra? Yeah. So
I don't
same
know.
scale, but they're like way detailed.
Oh, okay.
Like the TIE fighter, like his little, the breathing tubes that come off, those are actual separate plastic tubes that are attached to his chest.
oh,
And like the Luke
Okay.
Skywalker that goes in the X-wing, like he's got like the strappies for underneath his flight suit.
mhm.
Like they're separate plastic, thin pieces of plastic that are wrapped around him. And the R2D2, like he's got like the separate tubes for his legs. It's like really, really well detailed and dirty. Like they did a good job, like making it like the X-wing look all fucked up and
Also, it's not a
dirty.
perfect, clean.
yeah, it's not like a brand
Yeah.
new from the factory X-wing.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
got all
yeah.
the battle damage on it and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, but they're Big Bad Toy Store, I think is where I got it. So if you go to bbts.com, they've got them on there, and
Cool. I'll take a
Super
look
nice.
at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ring doorbell. Someone's at your door.
Carrie, Steve Murky just invited me to another Zoom
Oh,
hangout.
geez.
I got to respond and be like, sorry, I'm in the middle of another one.
Yeah.
I had 2 happy hours yesterday. It was rough.
Yeah. This is-
Three different Zoom hangouts.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Oh, I should go get my cocktail. So actually, I got takeout yesterday, and included with my takeout, I was kind of jokingly when I ordered, and they're like, "Do you want anything else you want?" I'm like, "Not unless you're serving cocktails to go." And they're like, "Yep, we are."
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, they gave them to me in soup bowls. So
Nice.
I got clam chowder. I got a bowl of clam chowder and a bowl of Long Island iced tea. They're like, we just can't put it in a container. We can't do it like, it's not like a thing where you can put a straw.
In it,
And we have to put it
Little
in the
sippy cup.
trunk.
yeah.
So you
Yeah, I
can't.
heard the government had to mandate that to make it so restaurants could do that
I
without
bet.
having a special license or whatever. Yeah, just because of the weird times we're in.
Yeah.
We're doing the
Which is
same thing
really
up
nice.
here. We can sell, if someone calls in an order, we can give them a bottle of beer or a bottle of wine. We can't do mixed drinks, but we can do a bottle of beer, sealed bottle of beer with the cap, hermetically, all that stuff. We can do the same with a bottle of wine.
Mhm.
We've sold about 2 in the past 2 weeks, but
It's a 2017 too.
not
It's
helping.
fucking delicious.
Yeah, no, they're selling outright mixed drinks, which I'm going to go get. So I got 2, one that I had yesterday and then one I'm going to have right now. So I'll be right back after I
I
get
should go get Chris Rhodes and Steve and everyone in here.
Oh my
See
God,
if
that
we
would
get,
be
like,
so much fun.
like 15 people in
Why
here.
not? Yeah.
Should I forward them? The
Make sure they have the password too.
Oh yeah.
Go.
We're already Brady Bunch right now. Hi, Carrie.
She just left.
Oh shit.
I think YouTube matches my screen, so Mock's in the middle.
So
Is
I'm Alice.
now.
You are currently Alice, yeah, and I am right above you.
It all depends because if someone turns off their camera. If someone turns off their camera, they jump to a different location in the screen sometimes.
It does. It's because I've got
It's all
so
weirdish.
there's an option to turn off users taking up a block on the screen if they don't actually have a video running.
Yeah.
And that's so that like if someone calls in, like we don't actually have like a
blank screen
box. Yeah, basically. So it keeps it full and interesting.
Hmm.
Gak, you look very dark and
Yeah, I had to
sunburned.
adjust all the settings so it looks right with the monitor. So
Oh yeah.
so I'm at,
Gak, you're not supposed to go to the suntan place there.
Yeah, cheers, dude.
Steve-O.
Hello, how are you, friend? Good to see you.
You too.
You safe over there?
Yep.
You look like you might have a fever.
What's that?
I said you look like you might have a fever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
wow, yeah.
leather. Leather is closer.
I wouldn't dare like mess with the settings right now because it'll just screw up my monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did go out, venture out today. We just did a couple of drive-by pickups. So the wife picked up some wine and I picked up some field work brewing.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Critical supplies.
Yeah, right. Essentials.
Ding dong.
All right, I'm gonna turn this around.
So what are you playing tonight, Gak?
I was just gonna start playing some BitKit games. That's what I've been doing
classics.
a few times. Yeah, he's got Crafty Mech's got the Corona challenge going on with the BitKit games.
Yeah, how's your scores?
I actually haven't. Well, I think I'm technically in first place, but I haven't actually uploaded any games the last two times I played, so I haven't checked if other people have increased theirs in a couple days. But
Oh,
yeah, some of these games are brutal. Jeez.
Yeah.
Anteater is brutal.
That is hard.
That one, man.
It is. It looks like it's an easy game, and they're like, "Oh, I got this." Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. And then I've said this before, but like my machine here, it was converted and reconverted, and so it had a two-way stick on it when I got it, but I put a four-way stick on it. So I just have a four-way stick and single button. But I think actually, Jimbo, when at PAX last year, you were able to figure out a way to map the player 1 and player 2 start buttons to work for like Beastie Feasty, I think.
I was.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah, you did it. You got it to where it was like it would only.
That was
be
me?
Beastie, or maybe Glob, one of those. Either Beastie.
Okay.
And what I noticed on that last night when I was playing it was, so BC, Feasty, and Glob are almost the same game, right?
Yes.
But they actually switch the buttons. So like
Those fuckers.
Oh, that's not fair.
on BC Feasty, the player 1 button is jump and the player 2 button is to call the elevator. But then on the Glob, it's the opposite.
Ah, fuck Glob.
Screwed me up, yeah. Play a couple rounds on one. game,
BC's the better version,
No!
anyways.
Yeah, right. You get to be a bouncing testicle. You get to be
Yeah.
Toby.
Yeah.
Toby the Testy.
He is. He's Toby. That's Toby the Testy.
Just say that a few times.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Toby the Testy.
I suppose he's like really a scrotum, but still, because he does. appear to have both.
Scruffy the scrotum. You gotta change the name.
There you go.
Yeah,
Scroby.
Scroby.
So Chris, what do you happen to know what your best single credit score is on Super Sprint?
21,000 change.
21,000. Okay.
Yeah, 21,000.
Oh.
There's a thread on KLV about it. The guy that's up in Canada that would go to the fun spot.
Fuck, I'm not ready for this.
He
Canada.
has the world record. Yeah.
Oh, is that the group that is that the group from Canada?
Yeah, I think his name's Rob.
Yep.
Rob. Yeah,
Yep.
he set the world record at Fun Spot for the single player super sprint. And I
Oh,
watched
Rob Ross.
the last time I went
Yeah,
there.
I'm
Yeah.
friends with Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's freaking amazing.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically there's like 2 or 3 spots. If you make a mistake, you're screwed.
Right.
But if you can get through those, then you can get to the next level. I think he got to, because it's roughly 3,000 points per level, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's got 27,000 and change. So he's made
shit.
it. Like I almost made it to the end of the level I was on, but it didn't make it. So if I had made it, it would have been 24,000.
Right.
But yeah, he made it two full levels past. And I'm like, gosh, man, how is that even freaking possible? You know, that's just brutal.
Was Super Sprint one of the games at the LA event, or?
We had it in the tournament
No.
at Grinkers a few years ago.
Yeah, great
Okay.
years ago, yeah. And I think it as far as the Grinkfest score, I think I had the top score there with like 17,000 and change, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds about
You
right.
know, more beer was flowing there, so right. But
So at 21,
at
so
home,
that's
like sober, like totally focusing, like 21,000 changed my best. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that would be 7 of the 8 maps.
I believe so.
Yeah, so not a full round. Okay.
Yeah, and actually, if you watch, you don't have to watch his technique, but I think Rob does not start on the default start level, because you can start it on any one of, there's like
Right.
how many screens that you can select. Like he selects a certain one, and you have to do that. I don't think you can make it through unless you start at that level. Like, because the level it puts you at, if you start from the default one,
That's at the basic level, the simplest one, right?
yeah, but once you get into a certain point, you can't get any further.
Yeah.
And I think he even does what he does is like his last upgrade, because you got to catch all the wrenches too,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So his last one that he catches all the wrenches, he just does score,
Right.
because you even upgrading stuff, it won't help you on the next level. You're just fucked.
Gotcha.
Right. So
So yeah, that's interesting. So like is he just bouncing back and forth between like acceleration and top speed, or
I want to say
I should
he
probably
only
just watch the
does,
video.
like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 upgrades at most.
Yeah.
And then the last one is just points.
Right.
I don't remember. It's been a few years since I really tried to.
So if he starts at a 3 wrench level and then earns, so then he plays. Wait, so you playing 7 levels. So how many is he getting through at 28? So that would be
27 and change, I think, was his score.
okay. So
So
he's
I
getting
believe
through
it's
9
2
levels.
levels
So he's
further.
finishing a full one and then a 9th level.
That sounds right, but again, I haven't looked at any of it in probably 3 or 4 years.
He's got those on video.
Yeah, I need to check out
Yeah.
the videos. I'm curious.
he does.
Yeah.
And there's a thread on KLV of something about the title is something like any super sprint players out there or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So you showed your game, or it's out of quarantine now?
It's out of quarantine as of
Nice.
yesterday.
Nice.
Ooh, look at that. Very nice.
Ooh, boner.
Yeah. So it's got the full side art. Is that the kick plate art too?
It has the center kick plate, but it doesn't have the 2 side
Okay.
pieces with the stripes
Yeah,
on it.
mine, someone repainted mine before I had it. They painted the sides like a lighter gray than
Mhm.
the default one.
Yep.
And the whole front they painted black. And then around the I'm looking at it right now, the coin where you put the coin in, the bezel around there, it's normally black, I think. Someone painted them the same colors to match the cars. So
Oh,
that's
interesting.
more obvious, you know. So like
Yeah,
the left
yeah.
one's blue, middle one's red, right one's yellow.
Gotcha.
So
Now this one was actually kind of funny. So it turns out the guy that I bought it from, he's on Clav, and actually his
Really?
restoration of this game is on Clav
really,
from like 2008 or 2009.
he's just not on there anymore.
He's just quiet about it. He just doesn't really
Yeah,
post very much.
there's a lot of people like that.
He's like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it, but like the dude is like, he used to be an op, or if not an op, he's been in the hobby for like 20 something plus years.
Wow.
He bought games like in high school. So he's like one of those old school guys. So yeah, that restoration that he did to this one, he like, so the side art that's on there right now, he actually got that printed locally because there was no available. So he went and got the vector files online and did it himself. So that's not original artwork, and it's not well, it's his own reproduction artwork.
Okay.
And you see like the sides, like they should be gray, but they're black. So he just did a really nice clean job.
Yeah.
His restoration from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But the
It
bezels
looks great from this view.
Yeah, I mean the bezels in amazing shape. I ended up lubing up all the wheels, so I pulled all the pulled the wheels apart and greased everything up, put them back together, cleaned up the optos, just all that stuff. And now they spin perfect. They're smooth and nice. Plays great.
Yeah, I think I showed you guys that in our group chat before CAX last year. Like for the last couple of years, it would I like playing the right wheel, the yellow one, and I just like playing it so much. Like sometimes the steering wheel would just like not your car wouldn't turn, and it would just keep driving straight into a wall. I'm like, what the hell? And I'd reboot the machine, and then it would work, and then it'd do that again. But I knew it was something with the connector, the harness going to the connector on the optic thing, and so finally I figured it out. It was cold solder joints. I just reflowed the solder.
Or try and carry
solder achievement.
Nice.
So.
Chris just needs to turn on his video. He's probably naked or something.
Oh my, yeah. Right.
I told him to put his pants on.
Yeah.
Everyone, this is Steve. Steve, how do you pronounce your last name? I always say Murky, but
it is Murky. It looks like Morky, but it's Murky.
Murky. Okay. And then Chris Rhodes, who I've spoken like a billion times about how terrible of a person he is.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey,
I'm behind in technology. Remember, I'm old.
Yeah.
This might be a record. We've got 11 people in here now.
Wow. Yeah. And we have three Steves and 3 Chris's of various spellings.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry we interrupted somebody's story.
Yeah.
It happens.
All good. Yeah.
Now, Chris,
we're used to that here.
Chris R., you look familiar. Were you in any videos that we've seen?
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Video.
Yeah.
Pardon me while I get some alcohol.
Yeah.
It's a requirement.
I told him put your pants on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't tell.
From this angle, we can't tell. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Take your pants back off.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck
That's a different version of comfy
Yeah. Wait.
clothes.
We have pants on. Wait a minute.
That's not
All right,
comfy
I have
clothes.
a
That's
question
comfy
for you.
skin.
I didn't get that memo.
Oh, we got a question.
When there's this many people in a Zoom chat, because Steve and I are kind of new to this thing, obviously we can't all show at once, so it just drifts back and forth to whoever's talking.
No, we've got the Brady Bunch mode turned on, so everyone
you can do
visible.
It's the settings on your. Are you on your cell phone? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
on my
change it.
phone.
You might not be able to do that setting.
You can do
Okay.
you can do speaker. Or you can do just like Andrew was saying, like the Brady Bunch thing, where it just shows everyone.
It's everyone's like a tile, and then it just highlights who's talking or who's talking the loudest, I guess.
Yeah.
When we
Well, that's
were
later
on
on the
last
show.
night, when it was
Yeah.
4 of us on last night, all 4 of us would show. But right now,
Yep.
I just see it flipping back and forth between all you guys.
There should be a
You're on mobile.
there's a setting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it may not work on a handset.
Yeah. Okay.
Turn on your laptop.
Yeah.
Join us in the 20th century of laptops and
Right,
PCs.
Yeah.
But he's
Your
mobile.
mobile cell phone. Jeez, come on now. Get with the times.
And Seabart is correct for so Chris's house is where we shot the Christmas video, and he had the co-star. He played the role of the person who gave away his the food fight,
which is now in Carrie's garage, right?
Yeah.
Is that Gleek?
Did the video lie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me.
Hey,
You
Gleek.
mean the movie
Hey,
Live?
Gleek? Wow.
Actually, that food fight was just a prop. It's just an empty cabinet.
Yeah.
It was made out of cardboard.
Yeah.
Ups to the prop department then, because that was
Yeah.
pretty good.
It looked
It looked
convincing.
pretty nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
How you guys doing? What was John in your Zoom chat again?
No. When after you left last night, we were up till 2 o'clock.
Oh damn! I almost thought about seeing if you guys were still going, but
No. John and Joyce were on the verge of a meltdown, and I knew it was time to go. And when I looked in the sink this morning at all that I had drank last night, I probably should have went to bed earlier.
So that was one of the happy hours I had yesterday. I had a work happy hour, then I met up with you guys, and then me and Carrie had a Zoom or a Google Hangout after that. And somehow I still felt all right today.
That's great.
I had the sugar
It's a miracle.
shake from all the twisted tea.
How many of those did you drink?
5 of those, 3 beers, a Jack and Coke, and
a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, pretty much. And a pound of bacon this morning to top it all off.
Nice.
Soak that all up.
What beer is that you're drinking right now? Is that
It's twisted tea.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
just have it in a glass.
Classy.
Yeah.
I thought it said Schlitz. I'm like, wow, I haven't seen that
It
in
does.
forever.
That's an old Schlitz mug.
I was gonna say, all right, good. See, my eyes aren't going then. All right, that's good.
Bush
Andrew-
latte.
Ooh.
I got the latte going.
Dave ought to appreciate that, Mr. Buffalo.
Yeah.
Beer?
Cheers.
Budweiser makes me
Oh,
wiser.
I'll take what
Who's
Leo's
drinking Bud
having.
Light? Who's drinking Bud Light? Anybody?
Oh.
I like Bud Light, but Bush Light tonight.
So
It's
Andrew,
all right,
I
my
gotta
cousin.
ask you about that super sprint. Are you ever are you gonna mod that and put the big 25-incher in there? Like
Fuck
some
no.
people?
No, it's funny because like Island Pirate was selling his. It's on Clav right now. He's been trying to get rid of that. He's been like pressuring me because he knows I wanted one for fucking ever. Yeah. So he's been trying to pressure me to give me like a good deal on selling it to it's like, but he's got a 25-inch monitor in it. That's like what he's selling it with. It's like I don't fucking want that monitor in there.
No.
I mean, it's cool,
Yeah.
like the one that shows up to CAX. It's got like the 32-inch,
Oh yeah.
the showcase version, the super sprint. And it's cool to play it, but I wouldn't want to own it.
No.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know,
Takes
yeah.
up
Fun
lots.
Spot has a flat panel in theirs, and
They
it's
do,
not that
yeah.
bad. At least it works, because the years before it was horrible.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, okay, this is I can play it.
That's a tricky monitor, yeah. So if that one starts going out, it's
Dave from Buffalo, what's in the System 1 cabinet behind you?
That's Marble Madness.
Very cool.
Yeah, I got that from Jordan Barth. That's the one that was in that book. That I have the book. I can't think of the name. They took pictures of him. There was
that the one that Van put out?
bit sticks and
Bit Six and
Dicks,
or the
tits,
50
and-
greatest games or whatever the hell it
nips,
is.
dicks, and
Sean Newton put it out.
yeah.
Yeah. And I asked Jordan, I go, is that the one that was in the book? And he's like, yeah. But he traded that to me, and he ended up getting another Marble Madness now. So Jordan does have another Marble Madness. But this is the one he was playing in the book. But I live for Marble Madness.
Yeah, that's one of your favorite games. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
you know
Yes,
that,
yes. That was the reason I even asked my neighbor to help me download Name in 2000. I'm like first computer. I'm like, I can play
Playing
this-
Marble Madness with a mouse.
Yeah.
Yes, there we
what's
go.
that?
I have the books over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that soft cover? Mine's hard.
No, mine's my soft cover.
Dave, we
How
don't
hard
care
is
about
it?
what you're.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice. That was a good one.
Damn
There you go.
I need another drink.
Yeah.
Is that your Marble
Yeah,
Madness
that's
right
Marble
there?
my Marble Madness because I asked Jordan.
Look at
And,
that.
I go, he goes, yep, that's the one.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't played a Marble Madness in the wild in like 30 years. I own one, but I haven't played one at anyone else's house. And mine, the haunting demo music just kind of randomly comes and goes, and it's spooky. And is that normal, or should it be on all the time? Or
He's not sitting here. You got to ask Jim Bodini. He's the Marble Madness. Yeah, he's
Okay.
totally. Wait, Jim. Oh, yeah.
He comes skipping back in.
Perfect timing.
Jim, I passed this question to you.
yeah, Jim, I'm asking. My Marble Madness, it's in my arcade, and like I said, I haven't played one at anyone else's house since I was a kid. So I only know my game, and I'm wondering if I have a graphic glitch or a board glitch, because every once in a while it's just silent forever. Then all of a sudden it plays this really spooky demo music, and then it disappears.
That's normal.
Okay. It's real.
So you can either turn the track sound completely off. I haven't gone into the dip switches for a while, but one of the settings, I think there's a percentage, if I remember correctly, and like every 10, 15 minutes or something like that, during the high where it shows the scores, it'll play like a piece of music either from like the third or the second stage. So I'm like, like it'll do something, and it'll just play for section for just like maybe like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it'll go back into the normal stuff, and then it'll be silent again for a while, and then so that's normal.
Okay,
so your game is haunted.
That's a dip switch setting.
Yeah, I mean it's spooky, and then
or a setting. Yeah.
So then it draws you in. It draws you in. You go over and look at it, and then like high scores pop up and that kind of stuff. And then you know how like when boards are glitching, you get rectangular boxes behind squares and stuff.
Oh yeah, like graphics.
It does that a lot too on mine, but they're not in weird spots. They're behind the numbers. Is that normal as well?
Not when you just not normally. So
I bet I do have a board issue.
Could be. I mean, when I first got mine, the board had I had a graphics issue that turned out to just be a bad ROM. So I just had to, I burnt a new ROM and it worked. But yeah, I mean, like you're saying around text, it happens.
Like if you look at the score or it says like game over, it might be in red letters, but there's a black box behind it.
Oh, that might be normal.
To me, it looks like they cheated on the graphics.
Yeah, I mean, I could fire mine up, but
you'll have to take a look.
Or actually, you know what you should do? Just go on YouTube and look up and just look like someone that's playing a meme or something like that, or there's videos on YouTube and just see if it's doing the same thing. That'll tell you.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. Sorry to go off boring.
No, that's right. I heard when I walk away
you must be new to the show.
Yeah, trust me. That was not that wasn't the most boring conversation in this show. Trust me.
Well, and in theory, we are an arcade podcast. It's just that it's
that's the safe word around here.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. Arcade. Yeah.
Way to bring back. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go.
Jim, I really liked how you ran back to answer that question. I'm like,
that's because when I walk away, I turn my speakers on so that I can still hear this, and all of a sudden, oh, Jim just walked away. We had a Marble Madness. I'm like, oh fuck.
I know, but it had a little hop to it too.
It was the cutest little run back that you did.
It was like, ooh,
trying not to trip over lights and the pinball machine and
that's true. Yeah,
tools that are spread on the floor,
all twizzled around, and you probably.
All right, I'll be back.
So Steve,
sorry.
Do you have a Wonka also?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so it's just.
I have 8 or 9 pinball machines, but not a Wonka.
Okay. Carrie, that's what Laura calls it. So yes, he does.
Yeah.
My Wonka.
A Wonka. Your Wonka
calls
bar.
His Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Nice one.
The chocolate factory. Wow, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. No, I would really like a
That's
Wonka.
something else, I think.
I would like a Wonka, and I should be buying one, but I feel it's not responsible to buy one with what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lysol.
Worried about having a job right now.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I really want to buy Stranger Things too, and it's because I love the show, of course. I don't know if everyone likes it or not, but it's been fun to read on Pinside because so many people rip on it as just a terrible freaking Stern machine. But then there's this other Pinside post that talks about Stranger Things for the people that actually like it. And when you read that, they're all talking about how it's such a fantastic pinball machine.
It's good.
So
we
I
played
haven't
that.
played it yet. Is it good or
Yeah,
bad?
we played it. A bunch of us played it in Cali. It was good. I mean, it wasn't,
the projection effects just weren't strong enough, I think.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, but like as an actual gameplay mechanic, we were in a nice dark room too when we were playing.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. And it didn't
it
stand
doesn't
up.
live up
maybe
to the show,
plate.
I guess. Maybe it doesn't live up to the show. Maybe it's one of those things too where it was such a great it's such a great show where
I think we all love the show.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But no, I think it felt like everything was really all about that center shot.
Yes,
Basically, it was just
100%.
felt like. I mean, and we didn't really play it long enough to really, I think, get deep into the rule set. So it could be that it's far more interesting than what we were doing.
Yeah.
But it just felt like, as a casual player, just keep shooting the middle until it goes in, and then it
And I
opens
think
up
for
and then shoot it.
Yeah, I think for a pin, which are so expensive, it's like it's not really worth that price. And if it was like a regular arcade game price, yeah, okay, it's be great for that. But for what you're gonna have to lay out for that pinball, I don't know. That just seems like a lot to me for that quality game.
Well, thanks. It's good to hear some feedback.
We had a lot of premium pins to play there to compare it to too.
Yeah.
So, like I mean, we're playing the Pirates and
The Rick and Morty. I thought
Rick
was
and
much
Morty.
better.
I
Yeah,
had Rick and Morty.
much
That was
better.
more fun.
Yeah.
Wonka was there, and
Yeah.
just
Jurassic
all the-
Park was good. Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the just top pins
They
were
were really
back
good.
there.
Yeah.
And Jurassic Park really gets ripped on too, is for lots of flaws. And a lot of people say it's a terrible game, but then other people say it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
that too. Yeah,
Mhm.
I hear mostly positive though on that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Anyone got a Iron Maiden LE for sale?
I love
Go fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Rose is looking for one, so I'm always looking.
Yeah, I'm the one who in this time of crisis still will buy one if anybody asks.
I think that pin's a lot of fun actually.
It really is.
And I'm not a big Iron Maiden fan, but I love the pin. I think that Keith had one, and I was really. Does he still have it? I think he still has it.
Yeah, I thought we played it.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Over there,
like
yeah.
playing that.
It's a well-built machine.
It just has great flow and
Terrible
I like-
music, but a great machine.
yeah, that's a theme
not
around
a
music.
fan of the theme at
I
all.
love pins where you can keep doing a looping shot up at the top, like meow meow meow, like something out of like I don't know, No Fear or anything where you can just keep a ball going with an upper flipper and getting bonuses. I don't know, it's pretty fun on that.
Nice.
Yeah, some good stuff. Ugh.
Carrie, when are you coming to Minnesota next?
Right? That's an excellent question.
When
May,
the flames
2022.
disinfected.
maybe.
Hopefully,
Yeah. 18 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully May, because this sucks. Yeah.
You can only live with Pornhub for so long, Carrie.
Yeah.
I just finished it.
I got a message from
Like
Lex
that
Hamster
finished.
saying,
Yeah.
sorry, you've watched every video we have. It's like,
Start all over.
That's all right.
you're shooting error.
Yeah.
did everyone get that messenger photograph from their friends that said they received their stimulus check? Have you guys all seen that?
On April 1st.
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, it's a Wells Fargo receipt, and it says $1,200 in your account, and then underneath it says Pornhub, RedTube, and all these websites all listed.
That's funny.
You know, I get the ones, so I don't get the American ones, American trollers. I get the Canadian trolls.
Yeah.
Hey,
What are
yes,
they doing?
the Bank of Canada is giving you $1,000 a month. And going, all I have to do is click this link and give my social security number. Yeah. No. Pass.
Yeah.
Well, the dead giveaway
Off
is wherever,
pet.
whatever it says in the subject line or claims it's from. Just look at the email address. It's a
Yeah,
dead
exactly.
giveaway.
I'll say what I do is I call the number, so I get them on text messages and they call me. I search the number, and half the time they're spoofing the number of a actual person or agency. So I call them and go, hey, you might want to call the CRTC about this.
Well, you go above and beyond what I would do.
CRTC doesn't do shit. It's like, yeah, this number's spoofing. We're a township in South Ontario.
Well, they're Canada.
There's-
They're nice there.
I don't think what's CRTC? I don't know what that-
Basically, anything involving, they're kind of like the not the FAA. What's the FCC?
Call it the penis. Okay.
They regulate anything involving.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Now, hey.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
well, there you go. Yeah,
That's
horse shit.
Nice.
RedTube, Pornhub.
$300.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, if that's a credit for Pornhub, I might be interested.
How do I get back? I made it that far. Okay.
There's
All right.
it's a little tiny strip at the top of your screen where it'll say
I'll
stop
stop it.
sharing. There you
That's
go.
okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
tough because like
Yeah.
Whoops.
got it.
Yeah.
Just ask the host. It's fine.
Okay.
It's a red X in the upper right hand corner of your
Thank
screen.
No window.
No, the
Nice.
CRTC is kind of like the people that in the States decide what Family Guy can and can't show on air. It's the same kind of deal. But yeah. No, don't trust crap that comes to your phone either by a call or a text. Check the proper channels, like your bank. Yeah, check that and log in, see if it's real, because it's probably not.
This PSA brought to you by the Arcade
Yeah.
Hangout.
Yeah.
And Budweiser.
Nice.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh, Steve's cat. I was like, what just moved on his
Oh, yeah.
bed?
Ah.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Hey Jim, did you try Adam tonight?
Oh no, I did not.
I think Steve
I don't
hit
even.
him
I
up
don't know if I
earlier
have
when
his.
him and I were
Yeah,
talking,
he
but
could
didn't answer.
forward what I sent him. How many? What is Zoom limit?
Yeah,
Is
we
there a
just
limit?
look at the size of
It's
postage
like
stamps.
100 and something. So yeah, we're not gonna run out.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Stack them, pack them,
Yeah,
and
I
rack
mean-
them. We can definitely
Nice.
do it.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
Alex
so-
now?
Everyone can meet every
Jim and
Minnesota
Gak.
collector.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be the Minnesota.
Our Facebook
Minnesota.
our Facebook collectors group may be like 200 and some people, but really there's about 20 of us. That's what it seems like, at least.
We, like NorCal, we have a pretty active Clav presence, but not much for like we don't have any kind of Facebook or anything like that. Despite how, although it's been quiet, it's been crickets.
Can people still not get into Clav? Like I know it still shows me as being banned or whatever the case may be, or not restricted.
Well,
whatever it
there's
is.
reasons, Leo.
Yeah, well, I know. Damn it!
No, I was on Clover. I was
Oh, I'm
responding
gonna-
to a
I
PM
was on Clav
earlier.
earlier today. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
oh.
it's
Mine's
making
working
me
fine.
log into the
Yeah.
forums. Like I can't just log in regular. I have to go to the forums and then put my username in. It did this
tried
once
that.
before a few years ago, but I could.
Does
Oh,
it
so you can put
sometimes.
your username in there? Okay, I'll
They'll
I
give
kick
go
it
to
a
you.
try.
the forums and then put my username and then my
Okay.
passcode, but just the
All right.
regular login with my email is not working.
I
Okay.
invited Mark Shield. I invited Time Runner and Adam. I just Facebooked them.
I think Time Runner always gets an invite too. I think
Oh,
he's
does he?
on the invite
Okay.
list, yeah.
So he shuns us every week.
So we
He
could
does.
potentially.
That's why he
let's
just
see what
pops in here
happens.
randomly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether he's on a flight or not.
Who else could we get in here? That would be fun.
I was
What's
talking
going
to
on with
Ryerson
your
earlier.
Big
graphics
party.
there, Gak?
I was talking to
What's
Ryerson
looking-
earlier. I can invite him.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
If he wants to
Get
join
Ryerson in
in.
here.
Fucking,
Come on.
let's just get the
He'll-
big
he'll
old
judge all of our
band
beers.
in here.
Let's crash Zoom.
Oh, should I before I'm too hammered? I should tell you guys some of my snafus with my Wonka modding
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I know it's
That's
inevitable.
Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you pop a thing yet? A fuse?
Never two.
A never two. No, did you pop a fuse yet? Installing them all? A mod?
Nice, Andrew. No,
Have you
that comes
accepted more
later.
mods since we talked yesterday?
Soon.
I just finished my 6th mod. Put it that way. The reason why I
Ooh,
changed my
that's
Bill and
fair.
Ted, I was wearing my Bill and Ted shirt for continuity's sake earlier because I'm breaking the video up into 2 or 3 parts. But whoa.
Let's see what you've done.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna. I can't grab my.
Oh,
my
that's right.
webcam. But I just finished the.
You just wheel the
oh,
game over.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
tip
what
it
is
over.
Yeah, yeah.
I sent some pictures on. Of, well, I
Jim,
did
just
send
grab
some
it by the leg and pull it right up next to you.
Yeah, that'll be
Grab
easy
it by the
peasy.
leg.
crash into my
There you go.
desk and knock over that light and
Yeah.
that light. And,
And
yeah.
your
Beat
speaker.
it up
and-
against the
Yeah.
Miss Pac-Man behind you.
Chris
Yeah.
is giving away his dating secrets.
Well, so let's see. Snap. I've ran into 2 problems, but I've improvised at least 3 times where I've had to fix things. Like I actually drilled a larger hole through the acrylic on one of the things to get a larger screw through for the Wonkavator. So that was the last mod I did right before the show. Is I finished the Wonkavator, the fancy one, and it's
nice.
yeah. But I'll back up a little bit. So there's 2 signs I showed on the. Let me pull up. I can pull up pictures for that because I shared those with you guys earlier. Share screen. this one. So the Wonka bar sign
Ooh,
for the
nice.
ramp that lights up, and
think I've seen that.
smaller. It's smaller than the original one, and that allows you to actually see this the super spinner a lot better because the other one was taller. So there's a sister. I don't have a. Where's a picture of the?
Did your
playfield
broken
there?
LED show up today?
No, they show up on Tuesday, or my good ones. Yeah, I'll talk about that. Yeah, too. Let me zoom in here. So the gobstopper ramp that right where my cursor is here doesn't have a sign for it, and they made Mesomods also made just like the Wonka bar ramp that I just showed you, an illuminated gobstopper. It looks like the candy box that goes above this ramp, and so I got that installed, and it's got a little tiny. I'll stop sharing here. Oops, where is it?
Oh no, let's leave it. I'd like to look
Yeah,
at it.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, do you? Okay.
yeah. No, it helps.
Yeah, it's better than your ugly mug, Jim. Please
Ooh.
stand.
Yeah.
I love you too, Chris. Yeah. So yeah, I'll leave. Let's see there. How about that?
I was going to ask you a question about something too.
So,
once you're done.
anyways, there's a little tiny, like the LED strips, little tape.
Wait,
the LED
I'm sorry,
tape.
Jim. So this is your game we're looking at right now?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a picture of my
Yeah, sorry.
playfield.
Where's your cursor?
What's that?
Can you show us your cursor on what we're talking about?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, okay, here, okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool.
This ramp here that says Gobstopper ramp.
Yep.
So there's so I got the sign and everything mounted, and the sign takes. Well, there's some serious echo here. Is that Gleek?
Probably.
Anyways, there's a little LED strip that goes behind the sign, just like on the Wonka bar ramp, and I get everything all connected, got the power plugged in, and everything like that, and I fire it up, and nothing illuminates. I'm like, what the hell? And I start pressing on things, and I get the strip to light up. Well, it turns out because of finessing this through the play field and around these sharp bends and stuff, I ended up breaking, like it like bends at a 90-degree angle. So like it killed the whole LED strip by bending it around. I bent it a little bit too much. I'm blaming it on myself. So it's it's a little piece of LED strip. It's got two solder points, real easy. I tested the voltage. I got 12 volts. So I had to order, but I don't have any of this on hand. So ran onto Amazon. The quickest I could get it is Tuesday. So I'm like, well, okay, I'll wait for that to show up, but I'm going to press on. And so today I installed the big Wonka hat. It actually it goes right over the pop bumper here, and it's huge. It's about the size of the pop bumper. Sits on yes.
Yeah.
Sits on top there. Actually, here, let me find.
Can't see it.
I like how it says collect kid there, which is like, what game is this again?
Let's see.
Is it? Yeah, right.
Tales from the Crypt.
There is a certain. There is a.
The Michael
I'm
Jackson
pulling
game?
up a picture for you.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's not Tales from the
There you go.
Dark Side.
So that's what the
Oh,
Wonka
that's
hat
big.
looks like.
Oh, it looks nice.
Yeah, and mine is, they have it mounted on the acrylic that's behind the pop bumper. I moved mine right above it, so it plugs into the same exact port that the pop bumper does. So it's an RGB light on the inside, and it flashes and changes colors and stuff. And so I got that mounted, and that went without a hitch. And that looks really badass, because from a player's perspective, when you're looking on the play field, you can't really see all of that pop bumper, but with this hat sitting on top of it, you can definitely see that. And so that looks pretty cool.
Is
and
that
then
just double-sided tape?
it's got the heavy duty 3M stuff underneath it.
Nice.
Cool.
And that stuff is so strong. That thing is not going anywhere.
That's great.
So I did that, and then here's a better. Yeah, there you go.
Jim, is that in the upper left pop bumper?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, that must be where I have Charlie in the two.
That's exactly where you have the fizzy room, Charlie. Yep.
Are there
So-
3 pop bumpers there that the third one we just can't see it?
There's one underneath, kind of by like a little bit closer, and then there's one off to the left here. Yeah. So I think
so
there's 3.
4?
No, I think there's 3. I don't think
I
there's
can see 'em.
4.
Oh, okay.
You can see them in the photo.
So Gabriel wants to know how
Oh,
long
there they are. Okay,
will
I
it
see it
take to
now.
put it together.
Put it together. Well, I still have. I've pseudo finished because I'm waiting on that LED strip, but I finished 6 mods. I have 11 more to go.
Yeah.
Because I have 17 I'm installing. So let's see. Oh, here's a picture of what the Gobstopper ramp will look like.
Very cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Chris, does yours have that?
Jim, zoom in on that.
On the ramp?
Yeah, because I can't do it.
Enhance.
Okay, there
Enhance.
we go. No, I didn't put that mod on there, Steve.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
nice because when you're playing the game, it will tell you, oh, shoot the Gobstopper ramp or shoot this. But, yeah, it says Gobstopper ramp on the bottom of the ramp. But unless you know that, the average player isn't going to know what ramp that is.
It took me a while to find it when you said the Gobstopper ramp. Is that lighting up or do you have a spotlight on it?
No, that lights up. That's what I was talking about, that LED strip.
Oh, okay.
That's
cool.
why it wasn't. Yeah, that's what I broke. I guess. I don't know.
It's
$10. It's $10 for 16 feet of LED strip. So.
How much is that mod right there? Is that $30 or $80 or what?
This one was $23.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cheap for a mod.
I love mods that help with the gameplay, like you're saying, Jim, where it's like otherwise you're having to stop and try to read, like, wait, what is this? And like we were wondering where the fuck the TV was, like, when we played it over at Bolingbrook, like shoot the TV. Where the fuck is the TV? Yeah. So it's things like that really make it clear and make the game more fun.
I got the Gobstopper plunger on. Chris's has the collector's edition, so he already has this, but I feel like this is a necessity.
Oh
yeah, I'm surprised this all didn't ship with that. It's just too cool.
So stuff like that. I really like the light box on the front. It looks, I mean, it's like the obligatory, like it looks better in person, but it really does. So the Wonka Vader I don't have a picture of yet, but I have a minor snafu with it. It went, I wish I had taken a picture before the show, but it turned out, let me find, I'll go on the web that's on Lermod's site. Let me pull it up here. There. So that's what this is the pro model, but with
the one that spins at the top.
Yeah. And it took me a while because there's a sensor that goes under the insert of the super lock. So this interacts with the Wonka Wonka Vader ball lock. And so when that's activated, this spins when it's ready to lock a ball. And so you have a sensor that you have to mount, and it took me a while to get everything. And that's where that's where I drilled a little bit of a larger hole, because the screw that was to hold this down, it's only got one spot for a screw, and I actually added some double-sided tape underneath it. It's not going anywhere, but I was able to add a nut underneath because the screw that was in there didn't have a nut, so it was kind of flimsy. And even though it wasn't going to go anywhere, so I'm like, well, I'd rather have it really secured. But the problem I ran into, it all works. It works great. And I haven't recorded a video of this yet, but the motor is really fucking loud. Like it's got this whine to it, like even with the glass on and everything, because this will spin in the attract mode, like when it's quiet. And you can hear that. It's like this high whine, and you can't not notice it. It's loud enough where it's like, I'm gonna have to remove this fucking mod if this is how it is. But the thing is that on the website, so I just posted on Pinside, but on the website they have a video of it running, and it's really quiet. So I think I got a lemon. In fact, in my email I just sent them, I'm like, I think I got a bad egg. See what I did there? You
brought it back.
Nice.
So because I posted on Pinside. Does anyone else have this mod? Mine's making, and I need to record a video of it. Mine's making a really high pitched whine with the motor. It's really obnoxious. And one person responded already and said, no, mine doesn't make that. And I just emailed lure mods that put this out. So I'm hoping that we can come to a resolution, or maybe there's like some sort of like motor lubricant or something. I don't know, that something to remedy this, because it's such a fucking cool mod. Like it looks so cool.
Does look good.
Yeah. But if there's no way to fix that, or if they're going to be like, no, you have to buy a new one, I'm like, oh, sorry, I have to nix it.
Is it just binding?
Yeah, because like say DC motors, like they'll start making whiny noises when they start binding up a little bit. So there might be a lube issue.
Okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know where I would, because it's, I don't know if I assume this is all 3D printed. I don't know where. I guess I would have to go inside it, but it's all kind of glued together. So I don't think there's an easy way to just be like, here, let me just access that motor.
Does it spin freely when you're not running it?
No.
Huh.
No, I mean, you can, it takes a little bit of force. You could twist it a little bit, but no, it doesn't.
Maybe
It doesn't
there's a slight, there could be a slight interference somewhere too.
Yeah, I wonder if it's binding.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Like, if it's like grinding against something, or
basically like something is keeping it
like
from
friction?
spinning smoothly. Yeah,
It pinched together somewhere where you can't see it.
like it's like they assembled it too tight would do it.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't think it's anything. I haven't really done anything to it. I haven't touched
a motor
it.
usually has a gear sticking on a shaft. If you push that down too tight, the shaft will the gear will rub against the motor where it can't spin the shaft.
I got you. I see what you're saying. Okay, reminds me of my Super Hang-On rumble motor, you know. But yeah. So I mean, like, hopefully that. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. It works and stuff, and I just need to wait to hear back from them. I'm sure they have a good reputation. They'll make it right or whatever. So
yeah, the only other thing is did they wire it backwards and it can't run in reverse?
Right.
I have to look at their video to see which way theirs spins and which way mine spins.
It's worth checking out.
Yeah. I'll take a video of it and then I'll look at theirs.
Could it be a voltage issue as well? Like, is it just not getting enough? Maybe to
no, because I know exactly. I know I'm getting spot on 12 volts.
Okay,
because
so
I took out my multimeter and it's running on the same line that a lot of these mods are. They all tap into this 12 volt line.
Right, but you're not overtaxing that line or something like that, though.
No, I don't think so.
If he was, I think he'd blow a fuse.
Right? Yeah.
Anyways, so that's where I'm at.
Seems like I think Steve's probably spot on there. Something like that.
So is that something that I need to fix myself, or I mean,
we don't.
Who knows? I'll wait to hear back from them. Yeah. I'll just wait to hear back.
You know, I don't have it in my hand to wiggle it, but you might take a little flathead screwdriver, put it in wherever that groove is, and try to spread it apart a little bit. And see
I'm so paranoid. I don't want to break anything. Like, I'm just so, because it was like 150. What was it? 150 bucks or something.
Yeah, let them figure out how to fix it before you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it looks awesome. I wish I could show you. Like I just, it's so badass. But I just need to.
Well, it's definitely a step above the standard version of it.
Yeah, and the way that, let me try to just snap a photo of where it's placed on the play field, and I'll try to share that real quick here.
Turn around.
That'll take 6 hours for him to set up the shot.
He's got to figure out the lighting and
Oh, actually, that works out good. Let me here, I can share this real quick here. Flickr, upload.
Adjust color, remove red eye.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you. So
reduce
I
contrast.
installed two mods today, and it was a record time because it was this one and that other one. It took me, what did I say, like 4 or 5 hours to do 2 mods, because I have to move I'm shooting with 2 cameras, and everything takes like, like if a mod takes like 12 little steps, like even like pulling the playfield up and stuff, that's me repositioning the cameras. So it's 12 resetups. So everything is like, this is by far the most complicated arcade video I've ever had to do, and hopefully it turns out. But I have been showing every little hiccup and everything, like little improv that I've had to do. I had that was the other snafu. I had there's a fused power adapter that plugs into that 12-volt line that breaks out into a splitter. And that while I was moving things around, I got to a point where I'm like, what the hell? Why is this wire just dangling here? Came uncrimped from that fused power adapter, so I had to recrimp that in. Like, it's shit like that, you know. All right, let me see if this uploaded.
I'll let you go. See it.
All right, here we go.
All right. What do we got here?
There.
Oh yeah, very nice.
So it sits right back there, right behind. I haven't cleaned up the wiring and stuff yet because I just tested. Oh, here you can see the top of the big hat.
Yep.
But yeah, it's so it doesn't block the view of the ball lock, because I love, like, I don't know, it's something so simple, but I get so excited when the Wonka Vader ball lock engages. It just looks cool. So this sits right off to the side of it, and yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm pretty excited about it. But anyway,
so your lock ball for that, it's sort of like Black Knight 2000, where not necessarily in a game that'll unlock, because it just takes a while to get all 3 balls locked up there, right? Don't you have to do something special?
once it's engaged and ready, as long as you can continually hit where the super spinner is, you can get all 3 of them locked up there pretty quick. But there's certain conditions in order to have that enabled. And so you have to do certain things in order for it to be ready to accept a ball up in the ball lock in the Wonka Vader. Yeah. But once it's on
Black Knight that way, where it's like you gotta hit the drawbridge a bunch of times before it drops, then you can lock a ball. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's oh my God, there are so many different multi-balls on Wonka, and you can stack them. So you can do the gobstopper one. That's probably the most straightforward, where you shoot the gobstopper and then it opens up and then the ball drops in. You do that 3 times, you got a multi-ball. You got the Wonka Vader one, you got the kid multi-ball, which is pretty easy to get. Slugworth, there's like 4 or 5 multi-balls, and you can stack them, so you can have like 3 different multi-balls going simultaneously. So, and there's 6 balls in this game, so you can have all 6 of them going, and it gets nuts. And if you're in Wonkatania, the light show almost makes you sick, you know, like the boat ride, the lights show gets nuts and you can't see shit. It's so fucking fun. Anyways, I'm sharing. Anyways, that's where I'm at.
For the Wonkatania, is that just hit the lit shots, or is that certain shots are the wrong shots and other ones are the right ones? Or
I couldn't even tell. Like, I've just been playing. I need to look at the rule set closely, but yeah, there is I know there is something with shooting the lit shots for that.
Because Jersey Jack likes to throw you through like weird things where there'll be green lit shots and some will be red, and the red ones are bad. Those are the ones you don't want to do.
Interesting.
So I don't know if it's on Wonka, but I've seen that.
On Wonka, most of the colors, the difference in colors represents the kids. And so like Charlie is like an amberish, orangish color. Mike TV is like a teal. Veronica is like a purple, and Veruca is, so like everyone, or Violet, I mean, not Veronica, Violet. Yeah. So everyone's got Augustus is red, so or like a reddish orange, like a red. So like every kid's a little bit of a different color. So if you know that, and actually when Chris from Kingpin Games was out here, he actually pointed that out on, if you look at the screen, every kid's got a color, and I didn't know that before. It made things a lot simpler.
Yeah, next to their face, their little image
so
thing.
You're supposed to qualify them, then you collect the kid, and the flow chart helps a lot that they have in the manual, which you can either call up on the screen. You can call up the menu from the test mode, or you can it's easier to just do the PDF, I find. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm having fun modding it. But it's funny because the most tedious stuff, like if you look at some of these mods, there's nothing much to like that ramp sign, right? The stuff that I'm spending the most amount of time on is just threading the fucking wire through the play field, through the hole, and because it's such a little tight little corners and stuff. And thank God whoever did the pin side thread with tools that they recommend, because before I got this game, I bought a bunch of tools, and one of them was a set of like 4 picks. They're almost like dentist tools to hook the wire and stuff, and it helps so much for threading that stuff through the play field.
Yeah,
But-
dental picks are amazing. Although, like every time I look at my set of dental picks, I swear to God, they stab me in the finger.
Oh, I put
Every time I look at them, I'm like,
Yeah.
they're
Just-
I'm already stabbed.
just today.
I don't know how fucking dentists work, like without bleeding hands and pokes with gloves.
All right, Andrew. So
They're
one of my
so
favorite,
stupid sharp.
one of my favorite ones is this
Yeah.
45-degree one. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna need this. So I put it in my pocket facing up, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
bent over and went bow right
Wow.
into my.
Oh wow, that'll wake you up. I bet.
Like, I'm
Oh,
gonna open
God.
up. I'll open up the drawer. but I swear to God, I'm not gonna reach in there because I'm gonna get stabbed.
Yeah.
All right, fine,
Yeah.
fuck it for you guys. Well, yeah. These little fuckers.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
They're
Yeah.
great tools. They're super useful for everything. But every fucking
You should
time
play that
I
fun
reach in
game,
there.
that fun stay-at-home game called Cavity Hunt.
Stay-at-home
Ow!
game.
Yeah.
It's fun for the whole family.
So I actually had a
Of all ages.
I had a dentist appointment scheduled for like it was like early March. It was right after I got back from LA, and they canceled that appointment.
Yeah.
And they've now rescheduled it twice.
Oh yeah, gotta keep
Oh.
It's like fuck,
rescheduling
man.
it.
I'm not gonna go see the dentist until like I don't
Oh
know,
yeah, me and
next
me
year.
and Carrie were just talking about this, like because I got a notice late, or was it mid or late February that I'm due for my cleaning and checkup or whatever. And I'm like,
Give
well,
us $1,000.
I guess this just gives me ample time to keep at it, floss and brush and
Yeah, and I had I also had a March appointment, and they called and they were like, "Sorry," or actually, I think they didn't
Yeah.
even call. They had I think they sent an email where it's like, "We're not doing that now."
My dentist is like super aggressive. Like so
deep cleaning.
Well, no. I just mean like so when an appointment is scheduled, they'll text you like a
Yeah.
month
Oh, yeah.
before a month before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll send you an email.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you haven't responded by the next week to confirm everything,
You get a call?
No, they'll send you another email, and then they get more aggressive with the texts, and then they start calling you. Like
Yeah.
every day, if like you haven't clicked
To
on the
make
link,
sure.
in the email,
Yeah.
Are you coming in? Are you coming in? Are you coming? You're coming in, right?
Yeah.
You're coming in?
I get the
no
reminder
excuse.
voicemails.
Yeah, there's like no
Yeah.
fucking excuse to miss your appointment.
Yeah.
They almost
Because
pay for
everybody
this.
loves going to the dentist, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Right? Exactly.
It's like I can't wait to respond.
That
to the
and
dentist.
going
Be
to do my taxes,
"Fuck
my two
yeah."
favorite things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're-
Yeah.
is my
I just
favorite.
did mine yesterday.
I was supposed to do mine a day, and my tax person bailed. It's like I called her up, and she's
Oh.
not even answering her phone.
I
or
had to
anything.
get
I'm
my
like, "What
taxes done
happened?"
because my tax return helped fund my Wonka.
You know, if
Tax
everything's
return
okay.
would have helped fund a Wonka back before Trump,
Back
but
before Trump, yeah.
now not
Oh,
not
wait,
so
I
much
wasn't ready.
anymore. Oh.
Now I owe Trump.
Oh.
I owe Trump a Wonka.
Yeah.
We just
I got lucky. I don't
we
have
just
to
rolled out
pay.
$2
Thank God.
trillion worth of fucking
Sorry,
benefits,
sorry,
so-
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve Murky. This is just how shit happens. Like
Yeah.
between we're all talking over. It's a circus on this show.
Hey, it's all good. No need for apology.
Oh wait, did you want to tell a story, Steve? Because if you
Yeah.
want to tell a story,
Come on now.
Oh no, I
have the floor.
just assume he's meaning that I support our president.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't prepare him.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Warning, I'm in Canada and we just got our medical supplies. We're asked to be cut
That's
off.
right. That's right. We try to avoid the politics.
Political.
Yeah.
inevitably
Sorry, it
get-
was me, but it was only about the taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's universal. It doesn't matter who you
Nobody likes
support.
paying taxes.
Some,
and
yeah,
how we do
nobody
it.
likes paying taxes, and
I know.
yeah,
I just get
everybody-
worried that she
I haven't
didn't
paid mine in 2 years.
cancel
I'm
the
waiting for
appointment.
it.
So I'm wondering if it's COVID-19 related. You know, so I'm like, ooh.
mine got no, that's true. So I will
my
say that
taxes
mine
got COVID-19.
I got I got
I'm gonna
Yeah.
sneeze on my fucking return, and then
yeah. So my taxes are about the same as last year. So last year was the like, oh my God, what happened for my
Yeah.
tax return? But
oh
I
yeah,
did
no big
but it-
deal. I
So
expect
you're better
that. I'm
prepared.
pay an
But yeah,
extra
but yeah.
$2,000
So this year, like I was
Yeah.
just hoping I wouldn't have to actually pay, and it's about the same as last year. So it's like I'm not getting the big tax return I used to get, but it wasn't any worse than it was last year. So
Okay,
for
good.
just to
As long as it's
let
not
you
the
know.
worse.
shock factor
yeah,
isn't.
yeah, the shock
isn't-
factor. Yeah, exactly. It's like, exactly. Like, okay, I
I
don't
upped my
those extra
Chris-
$1,000.
to help alleviate some of the pain.
Chris,
So
are you
we'll see
on
how
an
that goes.
airplane or something? I like your no
My
longer.
headrest.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll tell
A
you
warm
what, with
towel
every
for him?
beverage I have, I'm sinking
Like, was
lower
he-
and lower into the
He's sleeping
couch.
on this flight.
Sorry, watch your elbows and knees. Yeah.
You
Excuse me,
lazy
sir,
mother.
would you like a warm towel?
Yeah.
I would.
Sorry, we
get
can't
some,
serve almonds today. Someone's got a nut allergy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get some? Can I get some snack crackers?
And they shouldn't have watched this show.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We are heavy on the nuts. Ba-dum-bum.
But she's
So-
here all week.
Yeah, right.
Takes
Well,
all
we
kind of
started out
nuts
with
to make trail mix.
that's right. We started out with Toby the scrotum. So
Yeah. Now it's Scroby.
yeah, Scroby.
Chris, can I get you some cucumbers there for your eyes?
Yes.
Warm towel,
A
shave,
heat lamp.
a
I need
tanning
that and
lamp.
some oil of Olay for all the wrinkles.
Nah.
That's why you're so far back.
I got an iron up here. I can show you.
Yeah,
I heard
that.
sperm takes care of wrinkles.
This is the blowjob viewpoint that we're at right now.
It's like something
You know what
where
else
you just
takes
see a head
care of-
pop
Damn
up
it,
and
Jim.
like,
Takes care of wrinkles.
Yeah.
There's not one single wrinkle around my stomach. Just saying.
The hell?
Your
I have that
secret
same
gag.
problem.
So much
Who thought he
lotion.
wasn't going to say stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the
So
same
much
problem.
Jergens.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Oh,
Oh, the
God,
jerk.
Jergens, guys.
Yep.
A great name.
Chris, you should switch to your Farrah Fawcett thermosurf.
Gak, I like that you're in here twice. I just realized that you've got your.
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
Really? The last
I
like
said,
half
screw it,
hour,
I'll
dude.
just-
Yeah.
'cause I
Yeah,
can't,
well, I've been talking about Wonka for like the last fucking
Yeah.
half hour. So
Yeah.
But you know what,
Well,
Jim? I don't even own one, and it's great to hear about it because it's such a beautiful machine.
Yeah.
Aw, I love you, Steve.
I mean, think about it. We all love these
Yeah, it
games
is.
so much, and it's good to have new cool games coming out.
Yeah, well, this was the first time I ever bought anything new, and I'm so glad I like it's to have. It was kind of like with my dartboard I discovered when I upgraded it about 2 years ago. Is that now it's Network Sports, but it was formerly Medalist. They're still in business, and it's just amazing. It just blows my mind to call up a vendor or a company, and they still have tech support. Like it's just like, holy shit, wait, you can answer these questions, you're not charging anything, I can talk to a technician and I can buy replacement parts directly through you, and like, holy fuck, like it just because this is normally the hobby where it's like, well, I hope someone reproed this, or I hope I can find a used one. Maybe in the next year I can find something on Clav. It's a whole different ball game.
I experienced that with my whack-a-mole. It was so bizarre.
Oh yeah.
To be like, although they charged an arm and a leg for the parts.
All those
But-
power supplies and the
Oh,
solenoids.
Solenoids.
That's what-
Oh
yeah.
Jesus! And nobody makes those solenoids. It's yeah. I
Mm.
still like. There's still one more that I would like to replace, but I forgot what they are.
Christmas
They're like,
gift.
yeah, like they're like $80 or something for one of the solenoids. If I recall.
Oh,
120?
it's stocking
I forgot
stuffer.
what it was. Yeah.
Just kidding.
There you go.
Yes, there you go.
just a solenoid in this
Yeah.
big heavy solenoid in your stocking.
Socks all stretched out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
just
yeah. Just
ironic,
dangling.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, what's up?
Murky.
Oh shit.
Look at
Yeah, we
that
saw
shit.
it.
Hey.
Oh my
like,
God.
smoke.
Okay, I was
My-
gonna
my-
say it said
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
There we go. There she
Bonnie
is.
Slickneck, how you
It
doing?
It said
Hey,
Vonnie, and then I
hey.
saw Slicknick, and I'm like,
There we
oh,
go.
boo, spoiler. Yeah, like, it said Vonnie,
Nick,
not Nick. Yeah.
Nick, go away. We want the better looking one.
That's right. Yeah. She's the draw. She's the draw. Hey.
Oh, this is a record. We've got 13 in here.
I know my
Wow.
text messages are starting to work. I've been sending out text messages to everyone, just being like, "Fucking join the show. We're going off tonight."
Get the fuck in.
That's the only reason why I joined, because
Oh,
Hey, 34K.
Yeah.
He's
What
an
are you smoking
instigator.
without all of us?
wait, what?
What are you smoking without all of us? What do you got in that thing?
Nicotine.
Fruity.
Having a great night.
He's hitting the pipe over there.
Slick. I just watched your video. Was it yesterday morning you put it out?
Yeah, Friday.
Great vid. Love it,
That
man.
reminds me. That reminds me, Steve. When we were shooting Carrie's Christmas video, I remember when you're like, "Hey, who wants to go out back and have some?" You invited me. I'm like, I can't smoke weed right now. I'm trying to set up this last shot. It's 2 a.m. You know, whatever. Yeah.
I think like right off the get go, I'm like, oh shit, he put it in that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he cut off the part where I said, all right, you got to fuck one, you got to marry one, you got to kill one.
Yeah.
Like he cut that off and then went right to the next part. The what's her name? The one from Stranger Things?
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder, yes.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I was
I
talking
thought that was
about
going in a
the
bad
3
direction for a
Winona
second.
Riders.
But yeah, from different age.
Oh, that's
Exactly,
right.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Well, we had a great conversation about
So
that.
it's the Edward Scissorhands Winona Ryder,
Yeah.
or the Stranger Things Winona Ryder, or the
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice Winona Ryder. Yeah. You have
Which
to
would-
marry
which would
one,
land
you
us
have to
all in
kill
jail,
one,
but
you have
yeah.
to fuck-
No, isn't he like 14 or something?
Oh, but okay, but you have to be the same age as her in that timeline.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it
Right.
makes it more
For
less
all the lawyers
creepy.
listening, yeah.
Less
Makes it a
creepy.
lot less
Like, this
creepy,
isn't
yeah.
creepy
yeah,
in the first
significantly
place.
less creepy.
I had to be
Yeah.
careful.
There were a
about
lot of
how I said it there.
14-year-olds in that fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, but
conversation.
who wants to go back to being 14? That sounds horrible.
Yeah. No,
Mm-mm.
thank you.
God,
No.
that's
Oh,
so
no,
funny.
she was like
Clean
17
record,
or
I'll take it.
18.
I'll get back to 21.
I knew Steve Barber was going to say something.
What did he
Well, that was
say?
like 2 years ago, right? No, I was kidding. I know. Here comes the
He's
the comment about-
22. Come on.
Yeah. All right.
I had to listen to the conversation real careful and then edit out and slow down stuff and add music just to cover up enough.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was quite the challenge for you to edit that video together.
Well, that's
you should-
illegal,
you
so we
should
can't
see-
post that.
You
Yeah.
should see the
Yeah.
uncut version. The uncut version's crazy.
Oh, you
Yeah.
need to do a private video, and I should send
That's
you-
that's
I
what's
should
going to
send
make
you the
YouTube be like, "Hey
videos.
Nick, you need to monetize your channel."
I need to send you the videos that I took of the dance floor
Oh, I saw that. I have that.
Oh man.
Ooh.
I don't want to
and put that into the non-public
Yeah.
and do a private
Exactly.
version. Dude, if we could do like a private video and like director's cut behind the scenes,
Yeah.
not public version of that video, that would be terrifying.
Yes,
I
Yeah.
I'm sure.
originally had that in there, and then based on the content, I decided to pull it out because I didn't want to get anyone in trouble.
That's a good idea.
Right.
Very good idea.
It's funny because I pulled that up in front of my wife.
Yeah.
I started playing it without seeing it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
oh, sweet,
better
here's
break
like the
you down.
Pong thing. And then there was like the
Mm.
Oh,
The
no.
Pong thing.
I was playing against Gabby and I stood up and started doing the booby dance thing. And I was like,
Oh no.
That go over.
Why
if
don't
you
we
were
ever do
there, it would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
In the
watching
moment,
that.
it made a
Had
lot
to
of
be
sense.
there.
In the
Yeah.
moment, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
God.
In the moment, yeah.
But Andrew, did you have to explain that to your wife then why you did that?
No. She just rolls her fucking eyes. And
Yep.
I'm so disappointed. It's like a.
she's like, yeah, it's just like it's exactly right. Mock nailed it. It's like she just looks at me with this like disappointment.
Disappointed.
I'm just all right.
It's worse.
It would have been
So
better
my-
if she yelled at me. 'Cause,
Yeah, just get it over with.
It's gonna come up like 2 years from now. Remember when you did that booby dance? Like,
Yeah,
oh, God damn.
I do.
Ugly, lazy, and disrespectful. Shut up, bitch!
So my wife is not on Facebook at all. She avoids it at all costs, which is fine.
Yep.
But my wife's sister is
Oh.
very regular on Facebook. And the
What's
last
her
time we-
name? I was kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last time we got together, our families, she was like, Chris, what's the deal with that video you did? There's like a picture of you with some girl. What was going on there? I'm like, hey, wait, hold on a
Chris!
second. You know?
Chris!
My wife's eyes kind of bulged a little. I'm like, no,
Oh,
no, no,
no.
no. I'm like, Lisa, I explained it to you already. It was like our friends we were going to in LA. You know, so
That happened like 5 years ago.
That wouldn't help.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
5 years ago.
But I
Oh.
was thinking of
Chris,
you
I
the whole
heard about
time,
you on
honey.
Facebook,
Wait, that doesn't
Chris.
work.
Yeah.
That shit. This happened back in the 80s. That might be okay. But
Yeah.
like,
He meant nothing to me. Trust me.
Speaking of
Oh,
80s,
Jesus.
Gak, I like your photo, your retro photo of you with your biker, your BMX dudes with the beer.
Yeah, that was nice.
Well,
Yeah.
with the
Yes,
beer,
that
that's
was
every
throwback.
photo, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually yeah.
I think Nick's video needed more Excelsior footage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or how about Penthouse Photo Hunt? I heard that was a big hit.
I like Bonnie turns the camera to it. She's like, "Oh, that's enough of that."
Dude, perfect time. Right on. Yeah.
And Mock, you were like, Nick, what's the deal with these crazy videos?
Yeah.
James got loaded up on here.
That was so funny.
Do you have kids?
Holy
Yeah,
shit, Keith!
pepperoni? Nice.
Oh my god!
I smell
Whoa.
pizza, pepperoni.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh my
it's
God.
amazing that he's still up. Because it's after 10.
Holy
Keith, what's up?
Keith, yay!
Hey, what, Keith? What's
The
wrong?
mummy's
Why are you here and why are you still up?
Wait a minute. Did my text message work again?
I'm up. What's
There
that?
you go.
Did my text work again? The
Yeah, it
reach out?
worked.
Yes,
A bonus. We need 2 more now to even it out.
Yeah.
Let's get Jerry from Australia.
I was thinking of him earlier.
I can't text him because I can't afford it. But
He
yeah.
was Jerry popped in.
I see. I'm gonna get some Irish cream.
What would it be to text him? I wonder.
Mock,
I'm right here.
You missed it on Thursday night when we were doing the Killer Queen.
Oh, the game night. Yeah, I wonder.
Jerry did pop in.
He did.
He wasn't
Oh, really?
playing
He
at
wasn't
all.
playing, but yeah.
He was purely just in the Discord chatting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was awesome, but it was like, fuck, I got so distracted.
Yeah.
Talking to you about stuff, and I'm like not paying attention to the game I'm playing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
fun, though.
full on BMX masturbation there. He was like,
Yeah, he was, yeah.
buy a mountain bike from you now? Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
there?
Yeah.
Talking about that, yeah. Yeah. It was fun.
So all the stuff that you have in hand, that's new old stock from like back in the day, right? Like you
The
don't
bike stuff I have.
the
yeah.
bike stuff, yeah. So you
My own
can't
stuff,
reproduce
the
any of that
last-
shit.
The last I built of my own bikes was like 2003, end of 2003. And then the Hoffman stuff is like 1997 or older. Yeah. Yep.
So how many complete bikes do you have, Chris?
I have parts. I have bikes that are built complete, and then I have parts to build more complete bikes. It's upwards of 20 bikes.
Oh wow.
Shit.
Yeah. And then probably like 10 more frames and parts and stuff.
Nice.
What is your preferable bike?
Man,
I'm a
I don't
redline
know.
guy.
It's hard to say. My favorite bike, I would say, in my collection, it was I made 2 prototypes of it. They have so a normal BMX bike has 20-inch diameter wheels, and then like a BMX cruiser has a 24-inch diameter wheel.
Yeah.
Well, I was developing, this is like in 1999, so 21 years ago, a bike that had halfway between a 22-inch diameter wheel.
Sure.
And so dating back to the 70s, like the Kawasaki BMX bikes and stuff, they used to try to emulate motorcycles. So they would have a 20-inch wheel on the back with an oversized tire, and then a 22-inch wheel on the front with a skinny tire to try to make it look like a motorcycle. That's really the only time they ever built 22-inch wheels. And so I was developing a bike that would do that, for like guys that are getting older that want something a little more relaxed but has more response, like a 20-inch bike. But I never really produced it. I just made the prototypes. So, but fast forward like 10 years and 2 or 3 bike companies started coming out with them. And then now there's like tons of riders that are doing them, like mostly guys that are in their late 30s or older that still want to ride BMX, but they have bigger wheels. So the 22-inch diameter wheels. So those are probably my 2 favorite would be those bikes.
I guess what I meant was like I ride redline bikes and I got a quad angle, but what are you into?
Okay, so I had my own brand of bikes.
Okay.
GAC BMX bikes. That's what I'm talking about.
I had no idea. Great to meet you.
Prior to that, it was Hoffman bikes, but my OG, like my actual favorite bike of all time, when I was growing up, was made by Redline, and it was a freestyle bike called the RL20-2.
Sure.
So the freestyle bike, it had the twin top tubes, and then they went and wrapped around the head tube of the frame.
Like a
really
19
unique frame.
1985.
Yeah, exactly. So like in the movie Rad, the BMX movie Rad,
Yes.
that's R.L. Osborne was the bike rider who was doing tricks. He has the cover, the actual cover art of the movie is R.L. Osborne on his RL22. That would be my favorite frame of all time.
Yeah, very
Like,
cool. Yeah,
So
so that dates you. You must be in your late 30s.
No, I'm in my late 40s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's party.
There's no one
compliment.
here
Take the
under
compliment,
40
asshole.
except for Seabart.
Well,
Hold on.
And Jim.
Jim.
I know.
And
I know, but I
Leo.
was making the joke.
And
you
Leo.
fell for. You're just supposed to just let that one slide. I knew Jim. I know how
BMX
old
bikes
you
are just
Jim.
like
I'm 39.
joke.
I'm still
Exactly.
39.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I always forget Leo. Yeah.
I know the
Oh
gray
my
hair
God.
fools
But no,
people,
you got
so.
the salt and pepper thing.
Yeah,
fucks us all
exactly.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the gray hair when I was 21, so fuck
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
Best set of
Uh,
booty
And you
Friends
got,
Club.
now we know that you have the gray in the beard too.
Oh yeah, that's
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, the quarantine.
Hey, I've
the
got little
quarantine
grays
beard.
too.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hey,
Stress.
so me and
Stress,
Jim,
yeah.
we add the
He's having
gray
a
and the white
high-maintenance
hair.
girlfriend, that's what it
Leo just grows it.
Yeah.
He's proud of it. I mean,
It gives him
Yeah.
that
No shame.
It's when you get the
Yeah,
gray
it's
hey,
pubes.
hey, Leo, if you've got
Yes.
it, flaunt it.
Exactly. It's distinguished.
Yeah.
That's what gave him like those executive level positions when he was like in his
Yeah.
mid-20s.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Kind
this
of
guy,
positions
he's
69.
been around for a
Only
while. He knows his
19.
shit.
Yep. Sound important. Exactly.
There
Yeah,
you
yeah, he looks like he knows what the fuck he's talking
How
about.
come
Yeah.
GAC has 2 videos connected? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's still playing
welcome
its
to what I-
game. Yeah. We're cheating a little bit with the number of videos
Yeah.
on here.
But this
Yeah.
is the most amount of people we've had, I think, ever.
By far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we are broken past 9. The
On
Brady Bunch
Zoom?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on Zoom.
No, I
Yeah.
know we
11.
maxed out. We've maxed out on Google Hangouts back
We
in the
did
day.
because we
Yeah,
had to
several
kick people
times.
out. Yeah, because
Yeah.
at 10 that one maxes out.
Geographic.
You can do 49 on Slack max, right? 49.
Oh no,
like
on Zoom
knee-jerk.
we can do
Come
over
on,
100.
Jim. How do you not
We
have
can
that
do
on
we can do like
standby?
150 people on Zoom.
Is it? I
We'll all be like a
it depends on your account.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
teeny.
Well, we have a premium
little
account.
teeny
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah. So my
'Cause we're
wife
fancy.
has told me like 5 times in the last week. She's like, "Oh, if you use Zoom, make sure you don't do the free one because that's all getting hacked." I've read all this stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, we pretty much have had that covered for a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I sent out the message to everyone to like upgrade their Zoom and get all that shit
Yeah.
figured out.
Yeah.
I use mine daily, so it's always
Yeah, me
updated.
too.
But it's
I
funny.
updated.
Everybody that's starting to
now.
use Zoom, now it's like we can only talk
I
for
know.
45 minutes or 40 minutes, and
Yeah.
I keep getting cut off.
Like that's
You're
free.
here. You're here with us, Keith.
Yeah.
I know,
And
right?
supposedly, I saw in the news the other day. There's like a new one that, you don't have to go through Facebook apparently, but it's called like Desktop Messenger, and it was developed by the Facebook group, basically to be able to do this kind of stuff because there's so much more demand now.
Well, so in this version that we're using doesn't require login via Facebook. Like no one had to log in.
No,
except me.
No, just
to host the meeting. No one else had to log in to join this meeting. So
for the Zoom
I've
meeting.
just decided to switch
You don't
our
even have to
phone
have an
schedule to
account.
Monday, which
no, you don't. Yeah. So
Use the web interface if you want.
That part you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about. But they've introduced a whole bunch of security settings that we had to fuck
Yeah.
with to get this meeting going. You guys had to put in passwords. That's brand new
Mhm.
Yep.
as of this show. So
Yeah, we
Give me
found
a
that
break,
out
Your
man.
mother's
They
at
got
11
maiden
o'clock
name
this
is your
morning
here.
when
That's
we
just
had
for
our last
retards.
meeting.
well, is it people like going around basically because like the Zoom, it's basically like you put in a phone number basically.
Yeah.
You know, and so you can basically just hunt around and find open meetings.
Yeah.
So they were trying to shut that shit down. That's the reason why they have
I
passwords.
see.
So that's
Well,
the
you
extra
also had
authentication.
YouTubers and Twitch people just saying
Oversharing.
"Here's a Zoom link.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody,
Yeah.
come on in."
Yeah. It's
And
not
That's
Discord.
not good for the server.
Those
Yeah,
YouTube
it's not
fucks.
Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Discord
exactly.
is
Yes.
different, but yeah, this
totally
is
YouTube box.
But they
Yeah.
they were dropping the link like it's hot,
Yeah.
dropping it like it's hot, and it's like no,
I'll be
they're-
like it's hot.
like here's a server, here's the Zoom servers.
yeah.
You can't dump your 2,000, 3,000 subscribers into a
Right.
server that size.
Yeah.
Does not compute. It crashed.
And they were actually already were warning us that like there may be times where they would drop HD connections, but
Yeah.
I think we all look pretty decent. As far
No,
as our
we
normal-
haven't. No, it's been fine.
I'm not sure about me, but I look great.
Well, yeah, none of us are.
Yeah.
We're only sure about Bonnie. She looks awesome.
We look
Yes.
the way we
You
normally
guys-
do.
Wait.
Yeah.
And it
And they
looks
look awesome.
Bonnie looks the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
Sorry,
Hagrid.
bud, but some more work there,
And to
buddy.
quote Buffett,
But as you can see, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is Buffett? Buffett, if you're listening,
I
come on,
know.
man. Get in here.
I know he
Right,
has no
you know he-
excuse.
you know- you know he
Actually,
is.
hopefully he's
One
doing
day.
well too.
Yeah.
One day
Yeah.
he'll be back.
The economy
So-
is
so-
crashing
By the way,
before
which
the
one of
public
you
election.
guys just imitated Mike's voice? Because you sounded just like him.
Oh, yeah.
Jimbo.
That was a sound
That's
clip.
Jimbo.
That was a
Yeah.
sound clip of him.
That was Mike's voice.
Sound
Yeah,
clip?
that was Mike.
That was yeah.
That
Hey,
was like
That was good.
100% spot on.
hey, I've got one for you, Chris. Here, if you want some more. Let's see, what's the one? Yeah, here.
I'm surprised I'm skinny. Well, I'm not skinny, but
Wait, what?
that was
Surprise, I'm-
answer at the end.
One of the most amazing things he's ever said.
why
was-
can't you grow an ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Well, that's the best right there.
How
Why
about
can't you grow an ass?
how about the high series? Let's see. I just like the suspense, waiting for the initial high. That one. Yeah, exactly. 'Cause, like, I'm waiting.
Welcome to the arcade buffet.
You say,
Ha! And can you go, ha?
One more.
That was pretty good.
that was one of the best shows ever that Buffett was on, because he was just indulging us. Because like if you've watched his, if you've ever watched his videos, he documents every monitor repair, which is smart. And he's got a script that he reads off, and he always starts out with, "Ha! This is the arcade buffet," you know, whatever. and I click on every one of his videos because I can't stop laughing, because I'm just waiting for the suspense. It goes from this green title slate, it fades into the monitor, and it's quiet, and all of a sudden he starts in and he goes, "Ha!" And I swear sometimes it gets higher and higher. It's like, "Ha! This is the arcade." I mean, it's like so we were talking about that in the show. That's where that came from. It's like straight from one of our shows. Oh,
Okay.
she's back. Dave's wife's back. Yes.
Yay!
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
Julie!
Dave,
Julie,
you're-
how are you?
Yay!
Dave, you can go away.
We need
Okay,
Yay,
send Dave,
Julie.
Julie.
the flight attendant.
Good to have you
Update,
back.
some updates.
Julie's house. Oh,
A new story.
High altitude beverage engineer.
That's right. Yeah.
High altitude.
Oh, you guys got
beverage
a headphone
engineer.
splitter? Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
I guess so.
nice.
Yeah, here, move
Oh, that's
over.
awesome.
All right.
I was
So-
watching Karate Kid.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're the
The
best.
old
Lorraine.
school.
Careful now,
Not
you're turning on
the
Jim.
one, the old school.
Oh, the original?
When he was a shower.
Oh, the hide.
Oh yeah.
That's Jim.
Who did that? That's so good.
So,
That's
Julie,
so awesome.
Julie, we all know what Dave always drinks. What are you drinking tonight?
Oh my gosh. Well,
are you
I had a bottle of wine and now this is a Stella.
Nice.
Hey, at least you're more coherent than I was
Yeah.
previously when I had a bottle of wine.
It's better than that shitty Bud Light that your husband drinks.
Yeah, precisely. She's got class.
Nick, and I'm like, I got to get my wife. I'm like, there's two people. I go,
Yeah.
come on, you're up.
Yeah.
You're up.
That's right.
This
And
is
you-
three
you
women
can't be
arcade
one-ups.
hangout. This is like the
This
record
is awesome.
by far.
Yeah, right?
This is
Oh
like
my
a
God.
record.
I'm surprised this isn't even more of a circus than you would think it would be. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
As a curator of the arcade hangout, I can state clearly and confidently that this is the most people we have had on air
Oh,
at
for sure.
one
Yeah.
fucking
yeah.
time.
Not
Yeah.
even close.
Curator or the zoo?
Brad should really be
Yeah,
on here.
exactly.
Fucking
Zookeeper
orange whip.
indeed.
16
Seabird.
people is the
Who?
new record.
But it's 15
I know.
because Gak's in there twice. But yeah, 15
Oh.
is solid.
I think what
Right.
Seabird, I think what you're trying to say is not only are we the longest running live arcade podcast on YouTube,
Most
but we are
participants.
the largest gathering
Yes.
of an
Ooh.
arcade hangout
With-
on YouTube as well.
With what, 300% more women? 400%?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
what's the
right.
percentage
300,
now?
300.
Yeah, totally.
1, 2,
300%.
3 ladies. We are
Yeah.
300% more women than the other
Yeah.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
And 114 episodes. More. I should know this, but I don't.
It's all right. We forgive you.
I'm reaching out to the people who have not yet joined from my text messages.
Try to get fucking Brad on here. God damn it.
I know.
Where the fuck is Brad?
I'll call
Alice,
the
who the
restaurant
fuck is
and go
Alice?
there.
Yeah.
DV6.
Who's
Whoa,
Alice?
Oh, wait, no.
Brad probably got buried in
DV6.
his basement.
Yeah, this
Hey
is
now. Hey now.
Oh shit.
So
this is a drum roll.
Steve Murky, what are you drinking tonight? Beer again?
Bush lattes.
More Bush. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's
Oh,
right.
nice.
Chris, what are you doing there, Mr. Rhodes?
I'm updating. I'm renewing my Pornhub.
Echo.
Give me a
Echo.
second.
It's all right. It's all right. He's on the
Turn your
phone.
shit
We
off in the background. Chris.
Oh, hang on, you guys.
oh, there's this reverb.
Ah.
Holy
Show everyone
DV6
your trade bike in
headphones.
the
Headphones.
background.
Headphones.
No, headphones are get on the laptop, buddy.
All right, now I'm on my
we
laptop.
killed them.
No, here,
Oh.
I'm on my laptop. Just hang on. I got to find you guys again.
Ah, you're the
okay.
DV6.
Oh.
We need to come up with what that acronym means.
He doesn't know.
Oh, there you go.
there
Oh,
he
wow.
is.
Hey,
Jim.
look at you.
Jim, I think he bought that computer from Brad Lutz, so he doesn't know what DVC stands.
No, I don't even
Ah.
see this fucking thing. It sits in a cabinet.
Show everyone your crate bike in the background.
All right.
Actually, we should let's see your
God, that's
the,
terrible.
I don't know how
the
this
big
thing
owl
works.
that you
I
restored.
feel like I'm on acid right now.
Yeah.
So do we.
Oh,
Everybody's
yeah.
getting motion sick.
Holy
Stick
cow.
my Dramamine.
Right? This is crazy.
Trippy. Oh,
All right.
Well,
We're
I
gonna
need
see
some
some
music
fridge,
for
a
this.
fridge and some
This
This
cookies
is,
here.
this
in
is
a
Oh,
some
I think
Blair
like-
Witch Project
Like-
shit going on here.
Yeah, totally.
No, wait, no.
Working.
Banana seat, Schwinn Stingray.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Schwinn crate
Banana
bike.
seat. Yeah.
Nice.
It's
The
got the
crate bike, yeah.
nutcracker shifter on it.
Is that a
Nice.
gack built fork?
Yeah.
And then, well, on the other end, these are up on my mantle on either side of my fireplace. On the other side, I've got a Schwinn Meg Scrambler.
Nice.
Childhood bikes.
Childhood
Yep.
bikes.
There you go.
Oh, did he fall down?
No,
Yeah.
Nope. I like that.
Steve,
Nope.
Steve, don't make me go out to the garage and get Douglas. I'm getting kind of jealous. All you guys pulling from shit over there.
Donkey Kong screen.
We got the 8 baud Wi-Fi connection, right?
Yeah. It's
There we go. Yeah, see, now I can see all you guys.
So, Julie, you brought up Karate Kid earlier.
yeah. So
Did you say you were watching that?
I'll be back.
She
Yeah.
was. I swear to God.
Okay.
Nothing coincidental.
So,
Yeah.
So
kind
fucking
of
awesome.
somewhat related. I was flipping through the channels earlier. The Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, the Double something.
Double
Where's
impact,
Double
where he's
Impact.
got a twin.
Yes.
yep.
So that was on earlier, and
Oh, yeah, with the-
I'm
the-
like,
the
oh
gangster.
man,
Slick
so,
back
so
hair,
awesome.
and then yeah.
yeah.
I was like, so awesome, cheesy
Steven
80s.
Seagal
And I
hair.
look it up, and it was like
Oh.
91.
And,
I'm like,
and,
oh man,
I
it
love
was
that.
like
it's
and
awful.
Bolo,
for
Bolo
90s.
Youngins in there as a villain again too, and he's picking up the big kegs or whatever and throwing them at him. Yeah, so
And it-
that is so fucking fun.
So my wife starts talking
I
about it.
got
I'm
a
like,
trilogy going on right now. 2's coming up next, then 3. It's like
Nice.
Oh, 3 has it's the most quotable Karate Kid movie of fucking all time. You want to be a bad boy in LA, Snake's the boy to be bad with, right,
Yeah,
Snake?
that's right.
You know it. Rule number
So, but-
1, man can't stand, can't fight. Repeat it.
I love 3.
We
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
excited for Cobra
Terry
Kai.
Silver is the best villain of all time.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it the
no.
ponytail guy?
I
Yeah.
don't know about, yeah, he is. the
he
voice
makes
actor.
he
I don't know if he's the
fucking
best villain of all time, but he's up there.
What's
he's
the
right
one
up there with Darth
when
Vader.
they
If you
lose
ask me,
each
he
other?
makes that movie.
When's the
He's
one
no
when they
Kaiser
lose-
Soze.
He's up there with
Oh,
Darth
well.
Vader.
The second one I
Dude,
did.
he makes
The
that
second
movie.
one's
He
a little
makes
bit.
you.
eh.
Yeah, I didn't
like
really
the
like the
second one.
second one. I didn't like
No,
Yeah.
no.
You
But the
thought it
third
smelled,
one's
huh?
fucking amazing.
Yes.
the third one's fun.
I'm pumped. I already have it set to record.
nice.
Nice.
That's the Gloria
Silver. What a cock.
Hey, did you guys
Yeah.
hear about Cobra Kai?
And he does such a good job of making
Brian,
you like him.
And
then
Brian Barnes, too.
Yeah, I saw
the
it.
bad
Mike
boy
Barnes.
of karate. Or Mike Barnes. Yeah, the
Yeah.
bad boy of karate. Like, oh my
Yep.
God.
I watched them.
Dick.
Yeah.
Nick, what were you saying
Yeah,
about?
Yeah, you were saying something about Cobra
Kai?
Kai. Yeah.
Yeah, Cobra Kai got pushed back to like November or December now. It's supposed to come out next
Oh
month.
wow!
Oh, really?
It's
No, I
funny. I
didn't see
just
that.
googled that, and I didn't see anything. That like I googled it like a week or two ago, and there was no updated release date. But that doesn't surprise me. me because
Everybody got
that's
so
supposed
beat
to.
up at
They're
that
supposed
one.
to. That the premise of that is they're supposed to. A lot of it takes place actually in Okinawa again. Like they're going back to the same
cool.
spot.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
Daniel's supposed to go back to Okinawa, and then part of the premise, from what I heard, has something to do with also discovering the roots of Cobra Kai, like where that originated from.
Ah.
So
Also
I'm
in Okinawa, maybe.
The Cobra Kai is a Korean. It's supposed to be Korean.
Oh, they're supposed to be Korean based.
Yeah.
Any word?
But where does that come from? The canon though, like where do they talk about? It comes from.
Actually, a lot of it's in Karate Kid 3 because Terry Silver introduces himself and he's like, "My master Kim Sun Young of whatever Korea." Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And that's actually true in a lot of with like Taekwondo and stuff. A lot of that stuff actually like it's split. So a lot of it there's China, Japan, and then like people like things diverged, like the disciplines and stuff. They split. So like people like the masters and stuff started like going their own separate ways, and so that's how it kind of flooded the whole like different countries and stuff. Like what in America, some stuff does like Taekwondo and things like that. Some stuff does come from Korea, like Shotokan karate. The stuff that I study and stuff comes from like this traditional Japan. But they all, I mean, it's kind of like evolution and stuff. Everything kind of starts from the same place, but then it all splits off and branches.
Jimbo, you've said Japan way too much. You gotta. Well, we need the sound.
No, we gotta have
Like a garage.
Jam.
Yeah. I missed. Here, I'll just.
You're slacking. Failed.
Wasn't that like the Bruce Lee thing of like a Jeet Kune Do of like taking the right pieces from the different disciplines and trying to combine that together to make like a thing where it's like it's Wing Chun based, but like we're gonna do it like.
Yeah, there's well, I mean, and then you can
The
argue
Jeet Kune
about
Do.
mixed martial arts, but
Yeah.
that's a little bit different.
Right, which
martial
basically just turns into Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right?
Aww.
Right? Doesn't it? That's
well, no, yes and no. I don't know. The whole mixed martial arts thing is such a general term.
Yeah.
So there's not really anything that like really like isolates.
I only know the shit that I've heard on like
describes it.
podcasts and from like YouTube.
Joe Rogan.
Like that. So yeah. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was like, a form of Japanese jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. And then you got judo, and then you got judo. Yeah. But these are all different disciplines. And then what like mixed martial arts is supposed to be like, or what they blanket it. That's a better statement. They blanket it as, oh, okay, this mixed martial artist studied this, and this.
Right.
And so it's kind of muddy. Like you can't, like, it's not really like, well, okay, they're a master and whatever. Because
what about Taekwondo Leap?
I like that. I like the sound of that.
I like what Dave's doing over there. He just ran up
got
the
the
screen with it.
pajamas.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Rex Kwon Do guy myself.
Did we lose? We lost Chris. Where did he go?
So
where did Rhodes go?
I swear to God, I'm not talking shit, Jim. I am curious about the stuff, but I don't know. Aside from movies.
I'm not big into UFC and that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as it got, Leo, I know you like that.
I
stuff.
still love this. Yeah, but that's me.
Yeah,
but
and I'm not trying to take like
No.
yuck
Yeah,
your
yeah.
yum or anything like that. I just yes, I am. No.
We should go around the room.
It doesn't fit me. I don't like it.
It's not for a lot of people.
I don't
No,
agree. I
totally
don't
get that.
agree with
Yeah.
a lot of the rules, and I feel like everyone on there is trying to just prove that they're a badass. Like it's not really an art. It just seems more like a sport to me. And so for me that's tough to like. If like sport,
The striking on the ground is a lot of thing makes a lot of people uncomfortable because you're on top of somebody just like punching them right in the face or I get that. Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna allow that, then I feel like for me, like this is one of my quarrels with that. Why don't you allow all strikes? If you're gonna allow that, don't be like, okay, well, you have to stop with you can only use your fist.
You can't kick, you can't elbow for like 12. Yeah, there's a lot of things that they
I think it's trying to make it the event more enjoyable to watch as opposed to just the brutal. Because like early days, like UFC had no
shit would be done in seconds.
There was no
there was no rules. It was just like, oh my God. But the fighters were getting fucked up.
You ever seen
Well,
Joe Son keep
what are you
acting?
signing up
He's just
for? I mean,
punching
that's
in
the thing.
balls
Like,
3 or
well,
4
I want
times
to
like this.
I want to
Oh,
fight
it's
someone.
nasty.
I want to fight someone in the octagon. But I don't want to get fucked up. Like that's just, what are you, an idiot? Like that's like, so either go all out with it. Don't try to
make it a street fight.
don't sugarcoat
But
it.
they're trying to make it mainstream by taking away certain
And
things.
holy
which is-
shit.
Yeah.
This is totally an arcade podcast.
We're what now?
You brought
It's
it back to
1:30
Street
in the
Fighter.
morning. We're off the
Right.
fucking
So
rails.
Street Fighter, yeah, like
Safe word arcade.
safe word arcade.
Oh, good. I thought we lost Chris.
Oh
there.
no, I'm totally into this conversation though, but I agree that like we're getting into like a weird.
Yeah.
It's
Andrew,
weird.
don't you
I mean,
have
we go
a-
off in tangents.
Yeah.
Andrew, didn't you have a take-home game that you still haven't talked about?
No, Super Sprint.
Mark,
There
are
go.
you fucking wasted?
I love
Yeah.
it. I'm having a great fucking time. It's gorgeous.
Haven't you changed your basement there?
I literally just dragged this over from the floor so I can put it on the camera tonight.
Oh, cool.
I have to figure out. I don't even know where it fits at this point.
Oh wow.
Leo, he has no idea.
Is
where
it gonna
fit in
be
his basement.
okay? Is it gonna be okay with? It's not his basement, by the way. That's his
That's my
garage.
garage, yeah.
But is
yeah,
that gonna be okay as an addition to your arcade, or do you have to sell something or get rid of
No,
something?
well, no. So I mean, I've got 2 cabinets that are definitely on the way out. So the Centipede that I bought last year, that was never meant to stay, and then I've got.
Sure.
So Crafty, who's not here, I've been texting him over and over.
Oh
Fucking
damn!
fucking
And I tried to get
He should
Adam
be
on.
here,
I
too.
Facebook
Yeah, I know.
messaged Adam, Mr. Pole
But-
Position.
We
so
should have
Craft-
Orange Lip should be
Crafty-
here.
Crafty was going to take my old Tato cabinet, one that I was going to turn into my Rasp
Taito.
fan, that I just had to fucking kill it because it's like I'm never going to finish that cabinet. It
Can we
needs a
talk
lot of
about
work.
your Circus
So
Charlie?
Andrew,
Do you want to talk about Circus Charlie? Sure, we
Yeah,
can.
is that an original game or
That's
have
an
you restored it?
original. That's an original dedicated Circus Charlie there.
Awesome.
Yep, 100%. I bought that for my wife because she decided that she loved that game more than any other game. She's literally never played it once. I've had that for 2 years. She's never played it once.
Sounds
Isn't
like
that just how it goes, though?
Well,
Do you
that's
mind me asking
Super
what you paid
Stern's
for
best
it?
game too, right? If I'm not
Super Stern
mistaken.
loves that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I want to sell that game, it's sold. No, no
My
problem.
ex-wife told me when we first moved into our apartment, this was like back in 2013 or whatever. She was like, "It's okay. Yeah, like I'm fine. Like you should bring." She knew I was well into this hobby before I met Jen, and she's like, "How about bring Miss Pac-Man in here?" Which didn't surprise me at all. People know that game and love that game, and mine at the time was in better condition than it is now because I've moved it several times. But so we moved that in, and I brought Mega Touch in, and she was unfamiliar with Mega Touch at the time. But I thought, oh, she's gonna play Miss Pac-Man a bunch. This will be great because then I can work on stuff. She didn't play Miss Pac-Man at all. It was like a piece of furniture that looked nice. As far as that's how I interpreted it. But when people came over, she enjoyed the fact that everyone played it. But she got into Mega Touch. That was her thing. I didn't see that coming. Now I know better. But now, like, she didn't play. I don't know if she played Miss Pac-Man once. Honestly.
yeah, my wife, she we got on the conversation, like her top 2 games she always remembered was Millipede and Kangaroo that she played all the time.
Millipede.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
Kangaroo?
got a millipede.
I know that's
I'm like,
what I
those are
thought
both
too.
specific.
Millipede, I get. Kangaroo?
Kangaroo.
No, I
know.
never saw a millipede
I
in
was
there. I
thinking
always saw
Frogger.
centipedes.
And so
Yeah.
I got a millipede that had centipede in it also. I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's go play.
Yep.
Nope, no interest, you know.
Nah.
I never got the kangaroo, but yeah. So Vonnie, how about you? What is there a game like you were telling Nick you like remember and really
Excelsior.
wanted?
That was
Hoping that was gonna be
my new favorite. We've been playing it every night.
What game?
Religiously.
Well, you can pick men in that game.
I love. To be honest, women's
Nice.
bodies are more beautiful than men's, guys.
Yeah.
No arguments here.
Yeah, I won't argue that.
No arguments here. That's why there's only like 6 nude dudes in the penthouse photo hunt, and there's like 30 or 50
Did you
or whatever.
count 'em?
I've been you can ask Carrie, but I'm pretty sure there's only about 5, and that includes fuckboy Chad. there's like we name the guys. There's
boys. Yeah.
He's the best looking of the fuck of the boys.
The fuck boys.
Yep.
All right, let's.
So
Bonnie, go ahead.
Bonnie's
my
answer.
favorite game is Tetris. So that was
Okay.
the one that I requested him to have
Nice.
available.
Which he
And-
still doesn't own. No, I'm just kidding.
And I'm really loving our Pong table now.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
really?
an amazing game. That's a
So,
great game.
Who
We had
won
a-
that?
We had a
I,
great time.
I
with
happen
that.
to know the guy who's like the champion at that
Yeah.
game.
I remember throwing it because I just wanted Gak to win.
Yes, there we go.
Oh.
No, Gak squeaked that win out from Hector.
Nick.
No,
Yeah.
Hector.
That's
when
from Hector,
Yeah,
they were-
Hector
yeah.
was in the lead.
So
for
for
a
you
long
guys
time.
that are for those of you like I played at CAC, so I know. So I have some, and Carrie has too, even though she's not. Oh, there she is. We played that at CAX, but it's this cocktail style pong table, and it's kind of mechanical because there's like a physical paddle and square. Is it square? I think. Ball.
Square.
Yeah, square. Yep.
It's like a square
So you
ball.
still you have a spinner,
Marshmallow.
a paddle, and so you're bouncing that back and forth. So it's like a, would it be almost like
Well,
like a hybrid?
Yeah,
It's kind of like
it's
almost EM.
mechanical with like servo motors. So like under the hood, there's like I believe rubber belts and gears and stuff, and then
Is
it's
it magnets? Yeah.
Almost
that
like a
correct?
3D printer.
It's cool. I remember playing at CAX, and
Pretty
it
much.
took me a
Yeah.
while to adjust
Artesian
to it.
printer setup.
They
It's
say like a
deceiving.
Yeah.
Because there's almost like a little bit of
It's
lag. Like you
yeah.
have to
It is, yeah.
like get used to it.
You
Yeah.
have to be ready for it.
It's really
and
cool.
there's
I
totally like
It is really
curveballs,
yeah, if they were
too.
cheaper, I'd totally be
It's
Yeah.
cool.
tempted.
But again, you wouldn't play that by yourself. It's a party game for sure.
Yeah, that would be that'd be the hard part.
Yeah, we don't ever turn it on unless we have people over.
But you can play the
Yeah.
computer, and it's actually fun to play the computer. He's actually hard to beat.
Yeah, it's challenging.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's good to know. I didn't.
Yeah,
know
we
that.
did a little bit of that.
Oh yeah, you hit the button and it comes at you, and he's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Tetris, I don't remember. You have that on the multi, I'm sure, right?
No, we've got an
Yeah.
Atari Tetris board that we put on our candy cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
awesome.
Perfect.
For
Oh,
the
big
Zookeeper.
screen.
Yep. I think
Awesome.
I had my big blue. It's a perfect.
Oh yeah,
game for that.
mine's on a dynamo cabinet in storage that really needs
So now-
some desperate reworking.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was like 2 or 3 versions of Tetris, right? There was like an Atari one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Atari,
Atari's the
and
good
then
one. Yep.
and then there was on Nintendo there was also a Tengen and the one by Nintendo, right? And that's
In
the
the
Pinnacle
arcade,
or
it was
whatever.
just the
In the
Atari.
arcade cabinet
Right.
version.
In the arcade, it was just the Atari, though, right?
Yep.
Atari
Right.
Tetris, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was the last game on the
That was the first version.
And
of Tetris
I
ever
feel
played.
like that's the
Yeah.
most polished one in
the
my
music
mind.
is
Just
so good.
Yeah.
the music's
and
good, and I like the
dancing
guy
fucking
that comes out of the cabinet
Yeah.
and does his little like Russian dance.
Russian
Yeah.
dance?
Yeah.
Love it.
It's like a cuckoo clock.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
It pops out and does like a cuckoo clock dance.
It's so good, but it's such a polished game. Like
Yes,
I think
good.
the only thing that I don't like about it is the 2-player version, because the 2-player you're just competing for it's score.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like Tetris Attack or something like that where you could like
No, yeah.
you could if they
Just
could
playing
if someone-
simultaneously. Yeah.
right. Yeah, and
That's
I
the
wish there was a way. I wish there was a way you could disable continues. That's my biggest gripe, because when I would have parties, I'd be like, "You can't continue."
Right. Yeah.
How do you tell people don't
Yeah.
continue?
Don't continue.
The score
You're not allowed.
continues.
No, 100%. Like that's
Yeah.
that's my problem with Super Sprint. Chris is like continue saves the score. What the
It's
fuck?
him
Yeah,
running
there's
around
gotta
the
be a-
party being the
gotta-
no continue, please.
Yeah, someone needs to hack the ROMs.
So I reset the high score board in there because I was like, well, the high score is like 150,000. Like that's not right.
Right.
Like, you're not
Yeah.
you're not actually doing it on one credit.
So my
Brian Frober says Tengen is Atari.
Yeah.
No,
Well, and
they'd
Tetris
be
was the
spelled the
last-
same if they were the same.
yeah. I think
Tetris was the
Dennis-
last game in
yeah.
Nintendo World Championship as well, too. That was the third and final game for
So
that.
my-
They did
my,
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
my recollection of Tengen was Atari created that company so they could have games that they could license to Nintendo for consoles. So
Well,
they called it
well,
Tengen
yeah.
instead of Atari because it was like a licensing.
That
issue.
that explains why. That's why.
each license could only submit so many games per year or something like that.
That explains
So,
why
like, games were, like,
Tubin was
like
Tenjin.
Companies were splitting up
Okay.
their name and spinning off different
So
companies.
Tubin for Nintendo was by
Tenjin. Yeah, because
so
it
there
had
you go.
the
Yeah, so
handle or
everyone
whatever
in
the cartridge
IRC is
was
going crazy to
rounded
see
off.
Tenjin is a factor, sorry. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
but
Atari is in fact Tenjin. Ooh,
burned. No, but like, yeah, so Nintendo had this whole thing where it's like you could only submit so many if you own a license to create games for the NES. You could only submit so many per year, and so they did spin-off companies to try and submit more carts. I think, is that how it worked?
Oh, like a dummy company?
Yeah, they would because like for as
it
a
was something like
licensor,
that.
you could only submit so many games.
But I think
per
there
year.
was. I mean, I don't think there was
Necro
any
says there's a
Atari.
documentary.
Any
Yeah,
quote
because
unquote
Ecstasy of
Atari.
Order, yeah.
Tubin was the
Yeah.
unlicensed game. It wasn't a licensed game for Tenjin, if I remember correctly.
Tubin was not. Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't licensed. Yeah.
That was the first time I played the NES version
Really?
before I knew that it
Bonnie.
was even an arcade.
Vonnie, you should see the documentary with Nick. That one that was brought up. The
About Tetris, we saw it.
That is
we
a
did
good one.
Oh, we saw it.
the
The video game
competition
historian.
Yeah.
Ecstasy
No,
of Order.
Ecstasy of
Oh,
Order.
Yeah,
no,
Ecstasy
it's
of Order,
Ecstasy of
yes.
Order, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Did you like
That
it?
was a good one.
Yeah.
With Thor.
With
So,
Thor,
uh,
Thor Ackland, yeah.
Yeah,
So I
a
don't,
dude,
I don't know
a dude
about
who
any of the
actually
rest of
legitimately
you,
his name
like,
was name was Thor.
I don't know about any of the rest of you remembering like the first time you saw Tetris. For me, there was this arcade here in Sacramento, and I remember Griffin laughing about the name of the place. It was called the Mine Shaft. It's like in Germany, mine shaft means like butthole or something like that. Anyways,
No,
It seems like it should be my
no.
penis or something, but
MEIN, like instead
right,
of
yeah,
MIN.
mine, right, yeah, exactly, like
Mine.
mine,
Mine.
right,
Was
Anyways.
ist los? Mine.
yeah,
Yes. Anyway,
mine
so it's called
shaft,
the Mine
right?
Shaft, and
Shaft and Scheisen out of in
so
your mouth.
there's two games that like there's two games from that arcade that like stuck out huge in my memory, and this was the only time I ever remember like recognizing a converted machine, and it was so Tetris was actually in a tapper because I remember the cup holders, right? You know, for the beer.
Oh,
things.
yep.
And I'm like, this is not, what is this, weird conversion? Like I never knew about a conversion. That's the only time I remember back in the day seeing that. But it was Tetris that was in a tapper machine at the mine shaft. And then the only other game I remember from there, and the only time I ever saw that game also was Splatterhouse.
Oh,
Splatterhouse is kind of like a Friday the 13th theme,
Yeah.
where
Yep,
you're slashing.
yep.
That's the only time I ever saw those two games in an actual arcade back in the day.
I never
And it
saw
was at the
either of
mine
those.
Yeah.
Tetris,
This would
the
probably
first time
be
I
like-
played that was on a fucking Game Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, because it came with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in high school,
Yeah, I
and then
never
in
saw
high
it in an
school, it was on the
arcade.
TI-85 calculators.
And I 100% played Tetris, the Atari Tetris, before the Game Boy came out.
Wow.
And I remember Game Boy came out and like Tetris was on that. It was like, oh, you can play Tetris at home, and it's this crappy monochrome screen.
Yeah. Pea soup,
But it doesn't
green
have like
color.
the dancing Russians and like the
Nope.
fucking like the beautiful
No,
special
no,
it's
colors
true.
and
Portable.
designs.
You could
I
fit
gotta
it
tell
in
you
your
guys,
hands.
And the
did any
game
of
is
you
totally
know-
different. It doesn't have like the weird like thing where like you get
I'm-
levels and it has the pyramid.
when that game came out for our graphing calculators in high school, that was crazy popular. Everyone had that, and that it was so much fun. And my buddy Scott, that Carrie knows, he's like, I want to make a multi out of this, and so he rigged up so that you could actually link up two TI-85 calculators, right? And he could play 2-player. But Scott's like, I'm gonna split this even further.
Nerd!
And he made a cable. He made a cable. No, this is funny because it was simple electronics, but he made a cable that split 4 ways. This is supposed to be a 2-player total game, right? So 4 people could play, and that version was like Tetris Attack, where if you got a Tetris, if you got the 4 or 5 lines or whatever, the other person would see. They would gain
They're
those
like a
lines.
battle Tetris. Yeah, they
So-
would send the blocks to the other person. Yeah.
So
Yeah, like
so
Dr.
he
Mario,
makes
yeah.
he makes
Yeah, yeah.
this
It's
this
like-
hodgepodge. He makes this hodgepodge cable so the 4 of us could be playing, and it worked, but it was it was random because the game would get confused. So you'd be playing, and like maybe 2 people to get a Tetris, and you'd be playing, and all of a sudden, like one random person would get everyone's, and it'd be game over instantly. So you just be playing, all of a sudden, boom, game over. It was so awesome, so much fun.
The only calculator game I remember playing was you put in let's see, 5318008, and then you turn it upside down.
Boobs.
Please.
Yes. I remember the rocket launcher game where you would fire missiles at the for the TI-83. I'm trying to think what the fuck it's called.
They had
really
they had
neat
tunnels. Tunnels was another one where you're just a fucking triangle and you're navigating through a tunnel, trying not to hit the sides, and you're going for a time record. That's a spoof of like some arcade game. I don't know what maybe like the Monaco GP or something.
This was on a calculator?
Yeah, on a TI-85 graphing calculator. Yeah. There were a lot of games, and then like when people like later, and I never got anything past the TI-85. I couldn't afford it, but some of the kids had the 86 or the later ones, and they were fancier games. But yeah, the joke was always like you'd be in like calculus or whatever advanced math class, and everyone's got their calculators up, but people are just playing games. So
yeah.
Calculus is so useful for everyday life.
So Dave from Buffalo.
Except for
There-
tutoring,
is
I
Dave
made money
still here
doing
with
that.
us?
I'm here. I'm here.
Your wife. Sorry, I've been drinking. Julie.
Yeah, Julie.
Yes.
Julie.
Julie.
Still with us?
Julie, where are you?
She's
Julie,
up watching Karate Kid.
We didn't get one fucking.
I want to know. I want to
A
know
story.
Julie's favorite game. You know, we
I
got
love that
Bonnie.
story.
Go grab her again, please.
Yeah, we require a story.
All right, I'll get her.
Story.
Yeah, I know.
story.
Thank
Wait
God she
for-
wasn't here for the calculator.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this
She's
is
got a
the-
little
the-
teeny of
yeah.
us to begin with.
She's
squirting.
We got a squirter.
So while we wait for her to come back, I didn't.
I'm gonna get a drink.
The other thing I wanted to add to the conversation earlier, where I was talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme. What was that movie? The Double. What was it called?
Double Impact.
Double Impact.
Double Impact. There's some kind of
Jean-Claude
like
Van Damme.
there's like a gay undertone to that. I'm just saying Double Impact. I don't know. Anyways, so the scene I
DP.
saw, the scene I saw, my wife was standing right there watching it. It was like they start out with the twins as kids, and all this shootout happens, and the kids get separated, and then they flash forward 25 years later, which is like the early 90s, whatever, and they show the main character Jean-Claude Van Damme at it's like a
Ballet school.
Spoiler alert.
Ballet, yeah, right.
Yep.
So he's wearing these like super tight yoga pants,
Spandex. Yep.
and then he's wearing like
yeah.
pretty much a woman's tank top, like a half shirt tank top. And I'm like, I couldn't help it. I'm like, if I wasn't straight, I'd be having Major Wood right now. You know, like, he's just got like
you could be
dialed-
straight and still have Major Wood. Yeah.
He's got like dialed ass.
Dude, how can you not
body.
have Wood?
I mean, he's all doing the squat. He's doing like
Oh yeah,
really
he's like
squat.
it's all about flexibility because of karate and dance. I can do the
He
splits
does his
no
classic
problem.
like splits thing where he
He
does
does
like
the
the
splits, and it was like
extra
so
inverted
gratuitous.
splits.
The
Yeah.
scene was like so
With the
over the
nuts
board
hanging down
gratuitous.
below it.
Yeah, he's like, look, I can go back and forth.
cherry
Yeah.
tree.
That's like
I
the
don't know
Van
why my
Damme's,
version
like,
of Jean-Claude Van Damme sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It doesn't make any sense. But, yeah.
You can see like every
confusing.
like muscle
Sorry
tone
about
definition in his ass and legs, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and all the girls are sitting there just like all drop jawed looking at him. You know, I'm like, man,
You were
wow,
too.
this is like so over the top. What's that?
You were looking
That's
at
a
it
different movie, Over the Top.
Over the top. That's Stallone. Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Let's.
The hat backwards thing.
Yeah.
And then so
Little
I,
boys
I,
have penises.
Wait. What did Vanny say? Sorry.
Chris was saying that all the girls were looking at him, but it sounds like he was looking at him too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
100%.
I was admiring him in a completely heterosexual manner.
He's a big
Yeah. So, and then I was like, man, I wonder if that was like right when he was in the middle of his like crazy cocaine addict era, right? So I did like a Google search while we were watching the show. We only saw like 10 minutes of the movie, I jerked off to it later. Anyways.
Different scene.
Gak, can we talk to your wife for a moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring your wife back in here.
Where's your
Anyway,
wife?
So it was actually
Next Tuesday's show will be all the wives and or girlfriends.
Yeah.
And we're going to let them
to
tell
bring-
all the
bring- to
dirty
bring this,
stories
like,
about us.
to reel this
No.
back into like
It's a terrible
arcade-related
idea.
It was
conversation.
a terrible idea.
We're coming back around, are we really? Oh shit!
I'm trying to reel this back into an arcade-related.
No, no.
Yes.
Trying.
So anyway, so I was Google searching like because I remember seeing some crazy video of him like at some like talk show, and he was like dancing with some lady, and he's all coked out, and he got like a huge erection, and you could see it through his pants, and everyone's all laughing at him and pointing at him like as part
I
of this
love how
talk
this
show.
ties back to arcade, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're
But
getting there.
So I was Googling that right for the conversation I was telling my wife.
Tetris
but then
is
it
right
was
into
like-
her vagina.
So then it was like his worst cocaine addiction problem was filming the movie Street Fighter. So that you guys know that movie.
That's why that movie was horrible.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
so-
I have heard about this.
That was a great movie.
There's
So
the
there was
loop.
like a-
There's the
there
loop.
was like an interview.
It's like the most cult
And
followed.
they made such a great
terrible
video game
movie.
after they made that movie too.
So they were
based on the movie, based on the game.
So they were.
Yeah.
I saw some
So it was
interview
a, it was a
where
movie based.
That's
on
like a
the game.
$500 board, though.
Street
All
Fighter
right,
the
yeah.
movie. I know.
Street Fighter the
God.
movie is a stupid expensive arcade board to buy.
Is it? Why?
Chris,
I
we're not
see
trying to
Julie
interrupt
is
that
there.
shit.
I didn't even
I
know there was such
Julie
a
is
thing.
here.
I'm
I have to
gonna
go
go
back.
back.
Because
Yeah.
as
been
bad
around
as
this shit a long time, Andrew. I know. How
I
it works.
know.
because as bad as the movie is, the game that's based on the movie, which is based on the
the
original
game.
game, it's actually pretty good and
Oh.
highly sought after. But
It's
they
like-
didn't make many of them
Because
it's
it's like Mortal
partially a
Kombat.
novelty.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like
yeah.
Mortal
It's emotional,
Kombat-y.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
what's
So they
what's
actually
Street Fighter moves?
They had
right?
that. So I used to work at a hotel.
Aw.
And
Ding dong.
Oh,
Ding-dong.
big yawn. Yeah.
Why? Wait, why is it not barking at us?
That-
'Cause, like, all I remember
Yeah.
is that dog
Vanny.
is barking.
Hey, what is
A
the
lot.
name?
Hey guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Talk to y'all
Alright.
Tuesday,
Night,
hopefully.
Leo.
Oh, you suck. Yeah, what do you have to do
See ya.
tomorrow?
Yeah,
Nothing.
fine. What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see
what
on
are you
Friday.
doing?
Later,
Yeah.
bitch.
Oh,
Nice.
I got it.
He's classy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitches.
Click.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Benny and Split Nick.
Bonnie, show the
Find
dog.
out what's the name?
This is Billy.
Oh, this is
Billy.
Yeah.
That's Billy.
Oh,
Billy.
yeah.
boy, boy.
Billy barked at us a lot.
Aw.
Very cute.
Cute.
Brownie barked at us a lot.
Now he's just kind of doing. He's
Yeah.
doing one of these like, yeah, I'm in mom's lap. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be
Yeah.
here there. Then Dave, you had a pup there with you.
Yeah, our dog just peed the bed. That's why, because she's so
Oh.
old. She was like,
So she's dealing with that.
she's,
So-
Not enough arcade talk.
well,
huh?
she peed the comfort, so she's washing the comfort.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
13, and like she's been up there forever, and we're still
Yeah.
drinking. And
Dave, we've all been
If
there
the dog
with
peed in the toilet, that's
older
what it would sound
animals.
So, Steve Murky, what was the little robot-y thing you just showed?
You caught
Oh.
that.
like. Oh, that was
I
funny
did.
yesterday.
What is that?
That is my wife's Hatchimal.
What?
Is that some kind of
Yeah.
sex
A what?
toy or what?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little scary. It's big for a sex toy.
It's very
Yeah,
big
that-
for sex. Oh, yeah, you got something to live
Did
up
she
to.
tie you to the
You gotta-
wall with that
It's,
shit?
it's meant for him.
Yeah, no, it's a modern day Furby.
Oh my God.
So you
Fuck is
go
a
buy
Furby?
one. You buy one of these, and it comes as a full egg, and then you put batteries in it. Or no, actually, it comes with batteries.
Oh my god,
to
it's
do
a
it.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, pretty much.
You put
Yeah,
batteries
it's
in
a
it. It's a sex toy.
No, you actually got to hold this thing and keep it warm and take care of it, and then it starts to shake in a couple days, and then in a
It's a
couple more
Tamagotchi.
days,
Yeah.
it really starts to hatch. And
Whoa.
Is it
Whoa.
now he's
It
learned-
gets
shit.
gas.
yeah, he's got Satan eyes.
He does have Satan eyes.
I
Yeah, before he was more of a greenish color. At least maybe that was the egg.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys can't hear it. It's
Hey,
really-
There he
what
is.
happened to your gorilla?
Yeah, well, put your microphone near the speaker.
We'll shut up.
Oh, the monkey.
The microphone's going to be on its ass, most likely.
Yeah.
He likes the monkey now, my son.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy. How long how long has she had him?
2 or 3 years.
9 months.
Damn. Yeah, right. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Does it like do the Tamagotchi thing where it dies if you don't actually, and then it's dead forever?
You know, we heard
beside
that.
battery.
We actually heard that, but we haven't paid a lot of attention to the thing in 2 years.
And it's still okay. Yeah.
And it's still alive.
Because of the whole Tamagotchi
You
thing,
just state the pin
feed
and
it,
you
like, it
hit
would
the
die.
reset button.
Wow.
But that's really
That
funny
button.
you bring that up because when I gave it to her, I was
Yeah,
like, "You're
you're
gonna
like-
kill this thing. I know
You're
you're."
basically like
You made its eyes go red yesterday. That was funny.
I'm gonna
like, don't
teach
piss
you
it
the
off.
lessons of life and death right now through this electronic toy, and it's gonna die, and you're gonna feel bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't move anymore. It's like, oh, replace the batteries. No, it's dead. Buy a new one.
Is it still
You still
dead?
have the egg.
Yeah.
It lives in
Wow.
It's staring into my soul.
I know it's creepy and cute all
It's
at
like-
the same time.
It's like Johnny Five.
Is
Does it have a
alive.
laser?
Yeah,
Jimbo,
he's a laser.
really? You guys steal everything from
I just
me?
added Short Circuit and Search.
Johnny Five is alive.
If you want to see those, by the way. Steve.
I just I'm watching Ozark right now.
I know Ozark. Yeah, I'm only halfway through.
It's really good.
It's
You guys are gonna
fucking
love
amazing.
finish Picard.
I watched maybe the first
almost. I got
episode
two-
and I
two
couldn't do it.
episodes to go.
I was not
Ozark.
yeah.
Really?
Oh, keep
Big thumbs down.
Sorry,
Have you
Oh.
seen
But I don't know if I got through the whole first episode.
Oh no!
Hated it.
Of what? The latest season?
Ozark. No, the first season. Like I watched episode, I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. Nope.
I'm sorry. That show is fucking amazing.
Maybe after you get through episode 1. I don't know. I
Yeah,
couldn't
you
get through
gotta
episode
get-
1.
You got to get beyond the. Well, you were at the very beginning of the story there. It really.
Oh my god.
Does it get good? Because
Ozark is fucking.
I'm trying to
crazy.
get this guy Murky to watch it.
Is it better than Dark?
Dark.
fuck no. Sorry. I love Dark.
Mickle!
And Mickle, and I couldn't get past episode 1 of Ozark. So
Really?
but
So 34K, have you seen Dark?
Dark was amazing.
And
I
so
love
is
that.
Ozark better
Yeah.
than Dark?
Mickle!
I can't. I wait.
They're
Was
totally
Dark? Was
different.
Dark the one where it's like the picture of like the tree? And
No, the
Time travel.
caves. and
no,
the
you
time
haven't seen
travel.
Dark. If
I
you're
haven't seen
asking,
Dark then.
No,
No.
Stranger Things meets what?
Germany.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
it's dubbed. Dark is dubbed.
Yeah, it
Yep.
takes
No,
about
use
3 or 4
subtitles.
episodes
Well,
to
what-
get,
what's
like,
Dark
used to
on?
that.
What?
Netflix.
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 I think,
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's kind of like Stranger Things, but not
Oh
really.
wait, I think I watched
more
an episode
serious.
of that, but I was like, I couldn't get into it.
Nah, that's so funny.
You
That
gotta
was me
watch-
with
you gotta watch
Ozark.
2 episodes.
Same here. I tried to watch it too.
Watch 2 episodes and you'll be hooked.
Dark is
No.
incredible. Dark is better than Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Dark is really good.
that's
I liked
the
it.
German one,
Yeah.
right? The
Yes.
subtitle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to make it to
Mickle!
about the 4th
I gotta go
episode.
stop.
and that's
Mickle!
when your mind's
I'm
gonna
cool
be-
with reading. I like subtitles is my thing, so I get it.
Well, it's
You
dubbed.
do like your subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
I like
dubbed though.
subtitles.
It's not. I mean, maybe there's a version where it's in the original German and it's
You got to
subtitled.
push the
But
other
yeah.
button.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did the Jim.
Yeah.
I watched the first season and then they came out with the second season. I was like, oh, I need to rewatch the first season because it's so complicated.
Yeah.
I need to be
Yeah,
reminded.
you need like a
Yeah.
flow chart of like
Yeah.
who's
Yeah,
who.
which I found. Yes,
You did. You did.
So,
It was
and
nice.
So then Jim and I went back and watched first season of Dark together, and then obviously the second season of Dark, and now third season's like coming out soon, I think.
And it's supposed to be the last season,
Yeah, which I
is
appreciate.
good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think
Cool.
they ever
I'll-
thought they'd get a 3rd season. You know,
Yeah.
to
Well,
low,
I'll
it's
100%
Yeah.
watch Dark. Like I don't have a problem with it, but like, fucking Ozark is so good and.
I
fucked
just
up.
started watching that, Andrew. I've seen like 2 episodes of the
going.
first season.
It goes so fucking many different directions. It's such a good, well
My older
written.
son said he watched
Character
the
development
second
is really
season,
good.
and he's like, there's some kind of really disturbing stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. If you don't
Super
wanna watch it."
disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this last season they're introducing a whole different level of like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
glad.
Tiger King fucked up.
I've been meaning to watch the 3rd season.
That's funny.
Tiger
It
King's
can
great.
get worse.
I'm just saying, it's Tiger King fucked up this last season. Like,
Holy.
wait, what? Who's fucking what? And they did what?
I love Tiger King.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Which
enjoyed
is
that.
like, who's fucking what and what?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta cut out. My sons both actually want to watch a movie with me, so I'm gonna break out.
Sorry, Gak, we can't hear your excuse.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
What's your excuse, Gak?
Good night.
Who
Let's
earns?
talk
See ya.
BMX.
I know we're gonna lose 2 screens now.
Oh, this is gonna
Oh,
be
no.
weird.
He's gonna leave the other one up for posterity.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll just keep the bit kit running.
Yeah. See how long it runs.
Vanny Sutnick, we'd rather have you separate to maintain our.
Our numbers.
He just muted his camera. He didn't actually leave.
Yeah.
If we need somebody, just text Gabby.
Yeah.
If you guys want someone else in the show, we can get some more people. Just saying.
Yeah, given that it's 11, we're probably not
We should
in
probably
need of trying
Let's
to,
wrap it up.
add people to it.
Yeah. Holy crap. What a great fucking bonus show tonight.
Oh my God, this was super fun.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go around the room, see how many rolls of toilet paper everybody has.
Who took inventory today?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be freaking out if I only had 4.
I'm above 30.
That's what I have.
Plentiful.
Not-
you can
not
poop-
because
you
I
can
was
poop for
trying
months.
30 roll,
No,
30
we have-
pack, just less than me, and my
We have 17.
parents, 2 weeks.
Nice. I think I have 14.
Everything is still clear.
So
and
you've got
out.
about 2 or 3 days
Started
left.
GoFundMe for toilet.
Wait,
I've-
what did you say?
I've got the equivalent of about probably 6 rolls because even though I have 12, those are the single ply.
Oh,
Single ply doesn't count.
That's all that was
Oh,
available.
suck. What were you saying, Nick?
I was saying I need to start a GoFundMe, but for toilet paper. So you can send me-
So one of the
It's not a matter of the money.
Yeah.
It's a matter of the
Finding it.
availability.
right. Yeah. So there's a restaurant here that actually I got takeout from yesterday. I did not take advantage of it, but they're doing if you order $30 or more. Originally it was 6
Oh,
rolls.
they're giving you one roll of toilet
But
paper.
yeah, now they're doing and they sold out, and so this week they're doing 2 rolls, and you just have to mention the special. And I actually got takeout from them. It's actually a restaurant that Jim and I go to when he comes out here, and it's one of our favorites. And so I'm trying to support them, and but I didn't bother. I'm like, I got like 14 rolls of toilet paper. I
Yeah,
got
we
enough to
had-
get me through.
There's a place local to us doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's very
'Cause
cute.
they
'cause
have
it-
they have an abundance of it, and they're trying to
Yeah.
give it
Do
away.
they?
Not give
Right,
it away,
Jesus.
but
yeah, it's a clever idea for promotion because
Mhm.
people need it
Fucking-
and they need
Fucking
business.
Frober says 24 just for my ass alone. And I'm like, those are some massive mud flaps if that's what it takes. Jesus.
I think
Hey,
this is the reason why we're talking about this a little bit in IRC, but like we need to move to bidets. I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Yeah. Oh, totally.
go bidet.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the solution to this
You know what
problem,
you
and it's
need?
a good solution.
Don't
Yeah.
you need toilet paper to dry though?
Like
At
a
the end,
square.
but,
It
but it's
blows
such
on
a
right?
small amount.
I'm
Yeah.
glad Carrie
You need to
brought it
dry
up.
at the
It's,
end.
it's like a pressure washer on your
Yeah.
lower area.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
there's still toilet
So-
paper involved. but, like,
Splashback.
it's
But
not,
not-
like
Nice.
Yeah.
15, 18 sheets
Where
per
can
wipe.
you get the video on the correct way to use the
Toilet
bidet?
guys?
Yeah.
How much is the
Spewing out of
Sorry.
your ass.
dryer?
Sorry, Vanny, what are you saying?
I was saying the really fancy like toilets that
Yeah.
come with the bidet,
Yeah.
they also come with a dryer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The
Ideally-
fancy,
Ooh, that's
fancy
hot.
toilet.
Ideally-
Whoa, that's hot.
Just grab
Yeah,
your
the hot water. I don't want the
Take your hair
cold
dryer
water.
and just
The-
blast it
the-
I
up.
can't
girl-
wait until like I start looking forward to taking a shit every single day.
I can't
Because it
wait.
becomes an experience.
How long does
Hey,
all about
just-
that.
I'm
It's
ca-
time
I'm
to
just-
poo.
I'm just thinking the
God.
girl experience with the bidet is different than the boy experience with the bidet, right?
We all
Like,
have the same asshole.
well, yeah, but y'all
Yeah,
have
but the girls
y'all
enjoy
have,
it.
Having
y'all
something
have
put up
nuts that
there.
hang down.
Always
Right?
dry front to
Isn't that
back.
like don't like when you're sitting on a toilet?
Yeah.
Isn't
a
like
little hammock. Yeah.
isn't that like wouldn't like the air be hitting your scrotum?
Well,
Well, it's water.
May take
once you
some
hit
maneuvering.
60,
Yeah. So yeah,
I don't have that sack, so I'm just
I
trying
mean,
to
you hit
envision what it'd be like.
45, and it's true. You gotta couple that shit up to make sure that doesn't hit the top of the water.
I still want to know the correct way to use a bidet.
If it's a bidet, it comes up from below. if you're a guy,
Right.
just make sure it's not
There's
hitting.
no way.
directly on.
Well, I'm just thinking like
the bag,
so like
and
you
you're
know like
good.
with the air would be. I mean maybe not. Like I
It's
don't
not
know.
air, it's water, Carrie. It's water.
Well,
Bidet
no,
is
but
water.
for the dryer, yeah, no, I.
Well,
Yeah, but
that's
it's all
like
coming
two
from the
hair
back
dryers.
side. It's not
all
the
coming
front
from
side.
up, from below. It's coming out from the plebe.
Back to the front.
But there's also my understanding.
This show's gone to
cleansing-
shit.
All right, so this is anatomy outside.
Literally.
Right, but you know one of one of the perks I've heard is like after menstrual cycles and such that it can be very nice to be able to wash that area too. But I don't know to what extent there's control, like how much where all the water is coming from and where all the drying is coming from.
It's a fan spray like this.
Okay, wait. I saw a video where the fancier ones it actually extends out and sprays.
How long do you have to hover?
It's like a car wash.
No, 100%. Like
dry?
Mock's got it right. Like so the Japanese ones have
The
like
Japanese ones. You push a button.
There's
and
like
a little
like
extension.
your toilet has a remote control on it.
Yeah, it has an extension that comes out and it sprays like that. Yeah,
It's cleaning back and forth.
Sprays you in the
left to right.
face.
It does whatever it needs to do down
No,
there.
it sprays in the parts.
So you get
in the right part.
nothing.
And if you
Right
need
part.
more, you can just like dial it up, like you're like controlling the volume on your fucking TV.
But in Japan, like it's perfectly temperatured. Where
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a comfortable warm. It's not like a shocking cold. Like
The whole point is to keep you sitting on.
It's
the
like a
throne.
shower, so you just want to sit on the throne even longer.
Yes,
That feels really
100%.
good, actually. All right, I'll be right out.
About 20 minutes.
I'm enjoying this
100%.
too much.
But either way,
Our water bill.
How much water does that use? Very little.
I don't know.
I mean, come on.
Water's running all day long.
Exactly.
I mean, where do we live?
So, Chris,
come on. I
and,
want a clean
Steve
asshole.
Moore, thank you for coming on.
And also,
But either
bleaching.
way,
this is the Gong Show you signed up for.
a quick.
Don't ever answer anything from 30.
I warned Chris and Steve last night. I'm like, this gets off the rails. It's a circus. But
Near the end, always.
I'm
they're
enjoying
being
the hell
early
out
too.
of this.
They're both still here.
I didn't think I was
We
gonna
don't know why. It's like,
Well, Chris,
you guys are in here still?
Steve, I'm
Shit.
impressed is still here. Chris is a night owl, so I'm not like it doesn't surprise me because he's
All
a
right,
night
so-
owl like I am.
So, Chris and Steve, like, what's your opinions on bidets?
Put him on a spot.
Put him right on the spot.
No,
Shut up. Shut
I
up.
would love to
Shut
talk
up.
about
Do
this.
you have
What's
one?
that?
Do you
You
use
wanna go
one?
first?
When I was young and overseas, I got to use one.
Yeah, and
Opinion on them? I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's quicker to just wipe.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it makes
all right,
sense.
but do you feel like maybe it's less clean? I mean, like if there's like water involved and just like blasts off some of the stuff and
No,
involves
generally,
like moisture.
It takes a little scrubbing, so maybe that's what the bidet is missing: is a scrub brush option.
Oh shit!
Just a handle.
Little
just a
buffer that
handle
comes
to
up.
go in back.
Yeah, what we need is like a full-on like vegetable brush.
I can only
All right,
if you
Can you
eat
imagine?
Chipotle.
It just
As long as
sprays
it's not a bottle
everywhere.
brush,
Oh my god.
Bottle
And the
brush.
out-
There you go.
and the after
Wire
spray.
brush.
Scrubber.
right?
The potato scrubber hits the asshole, and that just knocks the
So
shit
you've got
right out.
Oh my
the
God.
special Chipotle button.
All right.
Tim, you're right. It's definitely
This-
After Chipotle button.
Oh my god. This is worse than
You
sharing
need,
your
you need to dial in like what you ate for dinner tonight.
It's got a Taco Bell
It
freestyle.
was
Taco
Chipotle.
Bell, anything Mexican.
So
food.
easy because my asshole's already bleeding.
Oh man.
So do you travel with your own wand then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right, like the sprayer in the on the sink and
Or you're not
dishes, when
sharing
you do the
it, so you gotta
dishes.
travel with
You
your
gotta
own
like do the
wand.
reverse spray
Oh.
and just
Yeah.
blast them off.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's third world country shit, man. I mean,
Rather than pooping
All right.
in the hole.
Oh god.
And to think
All right.
the respected.
yeah.
We always have to end, and I didn't play hardly any fart sounds. Imagine that.
Right? Oh yeah. You
That's
were-
That's
couple.
America. That's America.
There we
There,
go.
I'm done. I should play the fucking campfire scene from
I'd
Blazing
say
Saddles.
you've had
Probably did.
enough.
Yeah. Wait, where is it? There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So
Well,
so
all
Jim
right.
Jim earlier you were talking about how this is like a record amount of people on tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How far geographically are we spread out tonight?
we've covered
Coast to coast.
Pretty far.
most of Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you
so
got
Dave,
East
Dave's
Coast
over in
Canada
Buffalo,
here,
East Coast,
Ottawa.
Yeah.
You got we had Leo, who is New
We
York.
got solid East Coast to West Coast.
Yeah,
That's really
Buffalo.
cool.
all the way across.
Yep.
San
That's
Diego,
really
New
cool.
York.
Actually,
we don't know where this Minnesota shit is. We don't know how Minnesota got in here. This
What's LA?
We almost,
Yeah.
Steve,
Yeah.
we almost
I was trying to
matched.
figure out like what would that? What was
We
that?
almost
LA.
matched the amount of
Nice.
California people because we had Mock, Gak, Slick Nick and his wife, and Keith. Like we almost matched them as far as Midwest,
And me.
Minnesota, on carry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool.
I'm an honorary Minnesotan.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
pseudo. Yeah, you're right.
Minnesotian.
Yeah, exactly.
Depends on what bed you're in.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks.
exactly.
Minnefornia. Yeah.
Minnefornia.
Yeah,
Oh, I like
California
that.
is part of it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's we normally we have about 8 or 9 on average, I would say. Is that about
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
that's about right. Yeah.
Fair.
Like, and we've had Jerry from
Australia,
on,
yeah,
and
Australia.
crossed.
We had Steve from Grinkers earlier. Idaho.
We have
and-
crossed the international state date line.
Yeah, we have
before,
our
so,
German
yeah.
friend.
Yeah, we have
Um,
German
Nagi.
friends,
Not
Yeah.
not
Nagi.
Nagi.
Yeah.
Nagi.
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 the
sorry.
east, and
Nagi,
Jerry from the west.
Come on now,
Yeah.
Jerry.
But we got-
What the heck? You wake me up in the middle of the fucking night. and
DJ
you say,
Flask.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on here now.
Yeah. But we this particular show definitely has a strong, we had good numbers from the West, Midwest, the East Coast, as well as we got our Canadian, even though we can't get Orange Whip back on because
I tried.
My
tried.
fucking liver.
I sent him several texts tonight, so
Yeah.
well, he's like, oh, I got to dig out my webcam and I can't get to my
Like, what else are you doing?
Excuses.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
Excuses.
unimpressed.
Is our case
What else
closed?
are you really
We
doing?
used to
Yeah.
have what was it, 20%
Orange Whip
Canadian?
By the power of the
Drinkers.
beaver, I am
Exactly.
calling you out.
Oh,
Canadian
yes.
brother. By the power of the beaver, you are called out. You
we
need to be
we,
gone
we had
next
Idaho
Tuesday.
Farmer on tonight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That was
there's
awesome.
no excuse for the arcade brethren. Yeah.
Right.
No, yeah, that's a wasted excuse.
So how many Saturday night shows have you guys done?
This is
versus
number
Tuesdays?
2.
Okay,
Second
number
one.
two.
It's all like we basically as long as the quarantine is going on, we've been upping the frequency because
Awesome.
like why not? So if you guys want to come back, for sure, dude. You
No,
know?
it's
Anytime.
cool. This
So
has been fun.
as long as I've got your emails, which maybe Jim can hook me up with.
Oh yeah, yep.
I'll add
Steve,
those.
Steve, which one's better? Because you sent me the invite from like
So-
your production
Yeah,
one.
what's
and then
your
I have-
email
and then
address?
it-
Go ahead and say it
Yeah.
live.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
but
Yes,
I'm, hey, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just asking which one, the production one or the live one?
The production one is what I use more.
Okay, is what you
Okay.
use more. Okay.
So Jim, make sure you
I
send
will
it to
forward
me,
those to you,
and I
yeah.
will add you guys to the every week list. You guys are obviously welcome to join us anytime. You guys
That's cool. Thanks a lot for the invitation.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Bring
a
your
weird
headphones and your
melding of
microphone.
worlds.
I feel like we're saying
Yeah.
goodbye. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
No, we're not ending. I'm just
Yeah.
yeah. We're
I'm
just
not dead yet. I still have a leg.
figuring this shit out. Yeah.
It's just a flesh wound. Yeah.
There you go. Come on, Jim.
Tis but
I know
a
you
scratch.
haven't. I know you have it. Come on,
Ah,
Jim.
scratch. Your arm's cut off. No, it isn't. So
All right, guys, we're gonna
Cool.
go tonight.
I think I'm gonna go too.
Nick, Vonnie, thank you
All
so
right.
much for joining.
guys.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Much
here,
love.
this one's for you guys right here.
Uh-oh.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen.
Buffalo in the
Ciao.
house.
Ding dao day.
You get the ding on day.
Ding dong day. Ching dong day.
All right, Vonnie,
Nick,
Nick.
Vonnie, thank you so much.
All right.
It was
Yeah.
so
it
great to
good
see you guys
seeing
tonight. I'm so glad you
Anytime.
joined.
Don't be a stranger. Come on now.
I love that story.
Bye, guys.
I know it's on the shelf behind you.
Hi,
Uh-uh.
Bonnie.
Toodles.
See you guys.
Nice.
Hi, Keith.
Oh, Keith's
No, I
like,
was saying
yeah.
bye to them.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good.
Oh, I thought you were like,
Oh,
fuck
no,
you
no,
guys.
Keith.
I know, right?
I was like, fuck you, I'll go too then.
Who
poised
we
for
haven't
you to go to
seen
bed, so
in
they're
how
so
many
late.
months?
Oh shit. We should here. All right. Are we going off there? Is that or are we?
I mean, we can, but like, I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah.
You want to
We got
hang out
nothing to hide.
on air,
Keith?
or do you want to
Oh.
hang out off air?
Don't matter.
Keith, where have you been?
I
Oh,
got a
I
good
can,
hour.
I'll
in me,
I'll
too.
keep going. I just need to know if I need to get another drink. That's all.
Who's got the good stories that they want to tell off air?
I don't know if I have. I think I told everyone.
Let's just tell them
I got
on,
one,
on
but
air.
that's
Oh,
If you want to do them on air,
I
I'm good with that.
got a really homophobic dream to tell you guys about
Oh.
Off
that
air.
I had last night.
Off air.
Sadly, no. Actually, it's a really funny one. I know it could have been. I mean, I could put your face over the.
Is
Fine.
what
No.
Jim, is one of us in your dream?
Sadly, no. It's just some unknown dude.
That's good.
Unknown dude. Yeah.
I want to be part
Yeah,
of
I
this.
haven't even told
Sorry,
Carrie. I
Dave,
was going to tell
you're
her
not in
about
his
this
dreams.
one.
I'm super disappointed about this.
This is like what and I woke up and I'm like, I was laughing and I'm like, I have to remember this. I have to. So I kept like replaying it and I'm like, I have to remember this because it's a funny, it's a short, every dream is kind of vague. Like there's not like
It was
super
about
detailed.
Dave sharding himself, wasn't it?
I said there's no specific person.
Sorry, missed that.
Yeah. I'll tell it on air. So I
Fuckboy
had
Chad. Fuckboy Chad from the.
It could have
Boy,
been.
Chad. Oh God.
Right? Yeah.
I had this. All I remember I dreamt a lot, and so I don't think I slept real well because usually you're in REM sleep or whatever, so you're not in a deep sleep when you're dreaming. Anyways, so this is like right before I got up for the day.
The bottle of wine that you had yesterday.
Yeah, and the Irish.
Could very well be there. Well, Chris, it could have been the 3 happy hours I had yesterday. Yeah. Happy hours, So I have all I remember is I had this dream where I'm with 3 other people, 2 girls and another guy, and I feel like I knew the girls, like maybe they're high school friends or something. And they're with this other guy, and we're all I don't know if there's a hotel or what. We were all like watching a movie or something like that. Anyways, the girls leave, and all I can remember is that it was my mistake that I had made some comments and stuff. Maybe it was about fashion or whatever. And I knew that this guy was gay, but I didn't. But I led him on basically. And I didn't realize this until it was too late. And the girls leave, and he right away just like comes on to me, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm straight." And in my dream, it really emotionally like it upset and hurt him, and it was deceiving because I had put on all the signs, and I've truly felt terrible. Like I felt like, oh my God, I really led this guy on. And so I was trying to console him. And then I woke up, and after I thought about it for a little bit, I busted out laughing. I'm like, oh my God, I just had a dream that I put on this gay guy. And like now that I tell it, I'm like, well, maybe that could happen. But I feel like I don't have that persona. I'm not, I don't think that I would come off as being flamboyant. Wow. But that was the first time ever I had a dream like this where I actually felt bad in my dream for leading on this.
You're such a cock tease.
He's a gay guy tease.
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ, man.
I know. That's why there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, but it was to me, it was a very
8 years I've known you. I've been trying to fuck you, and you're like, no.
Is it 8?
Should go off the air.
Oh my
7.
Yeah.
Oh, why? There's nothing bad here.
Starting to feel bad for you.
There's nothing that anyone else does.
Yeah, I know. I have to keep.
Our
fighting
Father who
everyone.
art in heaven.
That's why I keep letting the beard come in, because I hate facial hair. I think I look terrible with it, and maybe this will fend off those guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Jim, pro tip:
It's the proper tickle.
The ladies, yeah, exactly. The ladies like the little bit of scratchy.
Oh no, I've got mixed
they don't,
experience with that. Yeah,
Oh.
they don't like the tickler.
No, tickler's not
really?
that great.
That's where I've been failing all these years.
It's your giant beard, Chris. That's
You've
totally...
been failing all these years, but you're clean
that big
shaven.
bushy beard. And you're
We
like,
need to get Buffett
no,
to do
that's
on
basically just slapping the bitches away. You're just like,
Buffett. Where are you, buddy?
Chris, what do you think? Would this work at Twin Points?
At the 20?
Yeah.
Shadow. Oh, sorry. Other Chris.
Twin Points is like the best dive there is, by the way. Yeah.
So hey,
it was funny because like, what was that, Chris? What was that, like a week or two? It was a little while, maybe a month after we had done the Christmas video and we were all there, and it was like half the people there are like, "Oh, you're the guy that was doing the video."
Yeah, everybody remembered you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, we had a bunch of extras that came from the local
Yeah, they were
tavern.
awesome. Thank God.
Yeah, thank
you-
goodness.
yeah, Chris, you did a great job.
You
of bringing-
succeeded
Yeah,
big
you
time.
were a
Yeah, it was
rock
fun.
star.
That's one of my
I'm glad-
favorite
yeah.
stories to tell is our phone call to you about like,
Oh,
how do we
yeah.
word this?
Yeah.
Okay, Chris.
Well,
Well,
the one that took
can
a
you?
half hour till you finally asked me what you really
Well,
wanted to ask me.
well, because I felt it was awkward because it's like, would you throw a fake Christmas party so that we could record our video at your house? Like it's like not only are you inviting yourself to a party, but you're telling someone, can you make a party?
Decorate,
too?
please.
Right. Well, and you
Yeah.
well no. So the great part was because Jim was finessing it, and then I was like, so basically, would you throw a Christmas
Yeah.
party so we can? And then Jim's like, I was trying not to put it that way.
But coming out of your mouth was better because like I can't do it, but here's a girl to do it. Yeah. That was
Yeah, that's the only
It worked out.
party that I've been to at your place where I've been completely sober.
I know.
Oh my God, that was that.
Oh.
That we left.
Yeah,
at
me
like
too,
3:30 or
actually.
4 in the morning. Oh my God.
we got home at about 4.
The rest of us had lost all of our fine motor skills.
We loaded up the sandbags, the equipment at
Oh my
3:30. In fact, I still have the last sandbag that Chris was like, "Oh, you left this at my place. It's still in my car."
I remember saying goodbye to you guys. I was passed out on the couch at night at 3:30.
Oh,
that's right,
upstairs. Yep.
Yep.
God, that was
Yeah, you
funny.
were a sport too. You were awesome. You were.
We had 2 assistant directors. We had Chris
Yeah.
and Steve, and they did
Yeah.
amazing crowd control.
Yeah, oh yes, no, both of them were like bringing people in. Steve was like, okay, here's your motivation. Like, okay, how about if we do it this way? Like, it was awesome. You guys were fucking rock stars.
That's why I call Steve my Julie McCoy. He is
Captain. You're Captain Stubing, and he's Julie.
Hey, Steve, you like the shirt that I swapped out here?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Red Hot.
Yeah, Steve, I can't believe that John's coming back.
Yeah, so we should if they come back to Minneapolis, we should go together.
Oh, fucking right. Carrie will come too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I mean, and if we can get enough of us, let's just get a suite and take over.
Fucking right.
Oh my God.
I'm in.
We really should.
That was one of the best concerts I've ever been to, and it was comfortable sitting where we were sitting, and they played the entire Getaway album, and oh my God, it was good.
The Chili Peppers are such a weird band because like a lot of people hate them, but a lot of people like them. But not
There's
a
no
lot
in
of
between.
Right,
Yeah.
and not a lot of people realize like they think they're going to go to Chili Peppers concert and they're going to hear one song they know, but they'll go to a concert and be like just blown away. They're kind
They
of like
played-
the Foo Fighters in a way.
They played such a range, and it was just interesting how they put different spins and stuff on every song. I was very blown away. I wasn't expecting them to go so far back to like their early days. And that's one thing I like about the band is it almost seems like every album they reinvent themselves. And that's kind of what you want in a band.
Totally.
You don't want, I mean, some people want the same thing from album to album, but like if you compare their most recent album to their first album, you're like, that's the same band? Really?
Right. I agree with you 100%. I love the fact too that like Anthony Kiedis really can't sing, but he's a fucking awesome lead singer.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a performer too. Yeah, I mean,
by
for sure.
By far.
Yeah.
They'll go
For
down.
sure.
Always, guys, I'll see you guys later. I'm tired.
Yeah.
So,
Fine, be like that.
all right.
Mark, dude.
Get easy, guys. Good
His
night.
name is Mark.
Love you guys. Good night.
Yeah.
Should we take this off air and just like? Shut
Yeah,
this
we
down
can
and just,
do
like,
that. I'll cue it up here.
Yeah,
we're
All
good.
right, take us out of here.
All right.
Fuck yeah, new order.